You're listening to the Pine Room Podcast, the home of sports, gambling, entertainment, and whatever the hell else has gone on this week. So pull up a seat by the fire, crack open a cold one, and make sure to get your bets in. Welcome to the Pine Room. All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the Pine Room Podcast, episode 37, I believe. 37? 37, 3 to 40. Yep. That seems like a heck of a long time. We're here in the studio today. New line of operation. We're doing a little bit of like a pitching rotation now. We got 4 guys in the studio. Soup's running behind, so he will be here. But we're going to run with 5 on the podcast from now on, just to keep things fresh every episode. Keep cross chatter down. Just kind of keep things less cramped. Because in the studio, when we get the actual office studio up and running, it's going to be accommodating.
It's like spring training.
Yeah. It's going to be up for about 5 people. So we'll see how this goes. If this turns out like dog shit, we'll end up having to get more guys.
I think we'll be all right.
I think we'll be all right.
It's the Fantastic Four here.
Yeah.
Plus, everybody's busy, and having a night off once in a while probably good for everyone.
And if I'm not mistaken, last week was Matt's first miss.
Yeah.
I think I missed. Well, other times I called in, but I think I've been on mostly every show one way or another.
Yeah,
but
you missed
back in the summer when I was in Ocean City,
Ocean
but I
City,
call in a couple of times.
Yeah.
Well, that counts.
The historian was really missed.
Yeah, no, I listened to the show. Good job, guys. There's some interesting stuff that came up there.
Conspicuous with his absence last week.
Yes.
It was weird.
Yeah. But we survive as always. We're welcome you from the studios here at WKKX. Thank you to Rocky, Kayleen, Howard, Lola, everybody that works out down here. We were just informed of a little gathering we might be a part of, which is cool. Yeah. But it feels good to be a part of the family down here and being in a working environment. We're trying to get the studio up and running. Got some last minute business deals we're trying to figure out. But for the most part, we're pretty much setting our ways for right now, especially with all the holiday stuff coming up. We're going to try to release some things towards the new year. We're going to be recording some new stuff during then. Right now, trying to kind of mitigate. Guys are busy. We got a lot of holiday stuff going on, some travel, things of that nature. Jarrett's finishing up with school. Soup's all over the place with work, and then other guys got.
How'd the hitting go last week up at the college?
It was fun. I mean, you guys did well.
Cooley, did you do as well as you thought you did?
Listen, I started out 2 for 2, Matt. And then I decided I was going to try to go yard.
Oh, okay.
I struck
get your
out
launch angle.
He went from contact to power.
Yeah.
Chris, do you take any hacks?
I wasn't allowed.
Oh.
See, I did.
Well, they were worried about your heart. If you get a
it was
fastball to
just
the face, you
Mark,
might bleed out on the
Mark
ground.
said, no, you can't do it. I said, why? He said, when you were throwing me soft toss, he said, I saw you over there swinging. You can't hit them. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wow.
I want to at least try to get in there.
Yanked you out, huh? Coach said no chance.
I didn't know that. I didn't know
that's what he said.
That's the hot pit of the day.
Restricting Chris's game.
Yeah, next time you come to me, because I was the head production of the day. You
talk to the general manager.
You should have seen him, Matt. He was laying down in the middle of the infield at shortstop while we were hitting with the camera.
Oh, okay.
I
can
had
see
enough
that.
He was just begging to be killed.
like laying on the center line.
Like he was a sniper at shortstop.
I had enough faith in those girls that they were not going to lay me out.
Anything for contact.
Job, the one that you drove though, can you tell was it fair or foul?
He bombed that.
Well, I think it was. It's hard. I want to say it was fair.
I think it would have been fair.
But you know what? Most arrogant people or people with little man's disease would say, "Oh, that was definitely a home run."
No,
but the way you looked at it, it looked like it was probably foul. But it was the longest fly ball of the day.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Depends on the field you were at, maybe.
Yeah, it would have been the longest ball probably ever hit at that park.
Might have been the longest one you ever hit.
Yeah. I didn't hit for 6 years up until
we had a girl hit one down to Fowler one time at the softball field.
See, I wish that the baseball field had houses behind it. That would be cool.
They used to.
Because they got rid of it.
They got rid of all that. Cleaned out that whole row.
See, I think they should always put things in the outfield. Like outside of the fence.
Targets,
yeah. Like when the cars that park in right field.
Oh, yeah.
Great,
Aim for that.
yeah, great place to. I think driving ranges would be sweet if they put cars and TVs and stuff out in the.
Yeah, I like
Or
that.
just have a highway going through it. And then if you hit them and...
I think that one of the things I want to take the group to is I looked them up. There's a thing in Pittsburgh called the Rage Room, and it's
shit.
I heard of that.
you take a group of people and they put like old TVs, like
I've heard
dresser
something similar.
drawers,
Okay.
and
You
you
just
take
smash
yeah,
things
they
and
give you
stuff?
like a hammer, a baseball bat, and you go in there and just whack the shit out of stuff.
That'd be all right.
That'd be terrifying.
I think that'd be good.
Well, I
for,
know, but would we be
Good
better
stress
served
reliever.
to go up there real angry?
Well, I mean, well, you don't have to go up angry, but once you get in there, then you can get. Then you can
Just
get
think about things that
Yeah,
piss you
think
off.
about like
So
a
they
coworker.
Bring the guy up there. They say, "Sit down. We got to tell you some bad news. Your wife's been fucking another guy." And he gets in there and he just starts swinging on shit. Like, what the hell? Yeah, they just get him mad once he gets there.
Yeah, that's
Don't come mad. We'll make you mad.
Yes.
That's that's a place I want to go to, and then there was one other place I definitely want to do an escape room with the guys. I think that would be
I
fun.
love escape rooms.
Have you ever done an escape room?
I know.
Matt? I think you'd be
I know
really
people
good.
that have and said it's really fun.
You'd be
so.
really good
I
at
like it.
escape rooms. Chris, you ever done one?
No, I remember taking Emily to one that she was playing basketball years ago with some travel team, and the coach took them. Oh, they were up in Menneson, and he paid for it and everything, and girls said it was awesome. They got out in the nick of time, but I've never done one. But it looks like it would be challenging.
They take them pretty serious. I mean,
Yeah.
they actually set them the way we went to a pirate ship one where you got to find the treasure like locked away in a ship, and it was me, Nick, Cools, Say, Jarrett.
And that was it.
and that was
You
it,
any good,
yeah.
Cools?
I'm pretty good. I know my role. I'm not the smartest in the
I
room,
was-
so I'm more of a
I was the
servant.
decipher. I was the guy on the key the key. But we found the treasure. Nick found the treasure. Was that Nick was with it.
Yeah.
Nick
How does
bet
it
the
actually
treasure
work, though?
on a game before you guys got out.
Yeah.
Like short? What do you actually do?
So they depending on what it is, there are different themes.
Like different
there's
themes,
like a
yeah.
zombie apocalypse. There's like a prison. There's a pirate ship. There are all kinds of different ones depending on the area you go to. But they just set a prompt like you have to find the treasure. You have to escape the room. You have to find some kind of artifact or something. But they give you 10, 15 minutes, maybe a little
It's
more
like
than that.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
I think it should turn into Saw then after that. If you don't get it,
They
I think
start,
that'd be awesome.
they
yeah.
start taking
Like a horror
pieces.
theme one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
They
cool.
probably do. They actually do have a
That'd be kind of
horror-themed
scary.
one.
I've done one where they handcuff you in like a cell, like you have one arm handcuffed and you can't like.
Ooh.
That'd be fun.
That one was cool. We got out of that one.
They ought to
Yeah.
They ought to come to the prison when we spend the night.
Yeah.
Do it there with us.
They do have one at the prison. I
Travel
think.
one.
Yeah, they have one at the prison, but they in the one that we went to. I don't know if they always do it, but they give you like a little walkie-talkie so you can talk to the people that run the place. So like if you get stumped, they can help you out.
Yeah, you
You're
get like
not-
a couple of hints.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not like you're stuck in there.
no,
in there
no,
till
no.
morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one that we went to, she was like, she was pretty hard on us because we were talking a big game, I think, going in, and then we ended up struggling like halfway through. But it was fun. Definitely something I would recommend to do. I don't know how we got on this topic, but I'm assuming
What you were saying
Just
about
like anything we do, we just
Rage room.
about the
Oh
rage
yeah,
room
yeah,
and
yeah.
the
We,
escape room.
yeah, but anyway, we do want to do some more stuff, so we're looking forward to for the new year and stuff like that. What I was thinking, what we might do, and I haven't even brought this up to the guys yet, but it's some kind of New Year's Eve. I don't know what you guys are doing for New Year's, but I think we could do some kind of New Year's Eve thing. I don't know. Maybe we'll think about it. I don't
Little
know.
bar crawl.
Soup's
Yeah.
waiting at the door right now.
Yes. Oh, he is.
Yeah.
He's out there now. You want to go grab him, Cole?
Yeah, sure. Hey,
All right.
Soup.
Oh, he's out.
No, he's at the door.
At the door.
outside entrance.
All right. Well, yeah.
that door doesn't lock.
All right. Well, he goes and gets soup. A couple things going on.
But what was
here.
your idea about New Year's Eve?
I don't
We
know.
talk
Something.
about it later?
I think
Okay.
like a live stream, like a New Year's live stream, might be fun. Something like that. I don't know. Something we
Booze.
could do. Yeah, just
Some
drink.
booze.
Get that could be like a
Pine Room
Pine Room After Dark.
the
Yeah.
first episode.
The WKKX show, just a couple things I want to run down before we get
Yeah.
started here while Cools and goes against him. WKKX show, we finished up high school football, so we were on to some more generic stuff, some World Cup stuff, college football, NFL. That's Mondays, 2 to 3 p.m. I thought we had a good show this week.
It was fun. We're going to talk college or high school basketball. I'm starting to do some prepping on that. So
I actually kind of like, and I think maybe we might have to think about it, is maybe like every 2 weeks, maybe every other week, we have one of those relaxed shows where we kind of do, because I think that was kind of fun. We had a caller.
That was
we had
good.
Jerry Ames came
called
in.
Yep.
Nice call in, talked about soup, talked about some football stuff. It was really cool stuff. I'm getting a hang of the board.
Yeah, you're doing good. It was fun.
Matt,
So
is that preview out already? The basketball that the high school.
You know what, Chris? I don't know if you can direct me to that. I'd love to see that because I need to see it.
I
The
figured it'd be
intelligence
out by
I'm
now.
assuming it is. Some of these teams have played 5 games
Right,
already. So,
right.
I just started delving into that the other night.
do you think football around here is definitely
Yeah, football's king.
More
The basketball
than-
still is a good fun.
Have you been able to find information easier for basketball compared to football? 'Cause I know you.
No. Football will be a lot easier.
Oh,
No, basketball's tough. They don't have the amount of databases as they do. Ohio football database is fantastic.
Oh.
West Virginia's struggle a little bit better this year, but basketball is going to be challenging. But
I was because I did the.
I guess Soup wasn't here.
Yeah,
I thought he said he was at the door.
I
Is
saw
anybody
him.
in there?
I said, come
did he
in.
text somebody?
I guess.
I just went out.
He'll be in a minute. Whatever. He knows where we're at.
Will we have a bag of food with him?
Yes,
Something.
yeah, salad,
Remnants
chicken
of a salad and then some kind of
water.
some kind of drink, a specialty drink or
But
water.
yeah, we got Monday the show going on. One thing I was gonna the CRC. What time of year is that?
The cancer research class.
Yes.
That's usually in the
But that's
springtime.
done. That's
Is that not happening anymore?
They didn't do it last year.
What? How come that? How come that's
That doctor, was it Merrick?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know
They
what
took a year off,
fell
but
through.
I don't know if it was just money things.
I
or
thought
he-
that was like a big. I
well,
thought
Well, they used to
people
have it
went
out
nuts.
pretty
at
big
what,
draw.
Jesuit or
Yeah.
Wheeling.
Yeah.
Oh, they'd pack that place.
Yeah,
'cause
'cause
I
I-
think some of those games were on ESPN.
Yeah.
The,
Several of them
The
were.
last time I went, which was the most miserable day of my life.
I can't see you ever going to that.
No, I got
were
in the
forced?
car with these guys, and I thought, okay, we're gonna go stay for a little bit. Then these guys wanted to stay the whole day, and it was before I could drive, and I got stuck there the whole
else
day.
You had to be miserable.
Yeah, you had guys like Ben Simmons there and stuff. So I
He
mean,
doesn't give a fuck.
I know, but for us, it was like, this is going to be awesome.
Because I think
Yeah, it was like
we
NBA
went and
guys
got
out there.
food, and then we were like, okay, let's go to the CRC. I think I sat in the car for like 2.5 hours.
I tell you
believe
what,
it.
cool. For as close knit as you guys are, you guys can be real dickheads to each other, especially Cools and Nick.
Oh, they give it right back to me.
Yeah,
man.
I wouldn't want
Well,
to
he
sit for
wouldn't.
that the whole time.
He's the worst one out of all
Why?
of us. He's so mean to us.
No, I'm
Jump is so
not.
mean.
No, I'm not.
Don't let that innocence fool you.
No.
But I
He's a
just don't know
dick.
why you made him sit there that long. Oh, you went outside and sat in your car?
I don't think
No,
I drove.
I think Red was driving. I think we
Yeah.
got stuck with him. But
Well,
now
yeah.
Bobo.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Before he went to Oregon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was always funny to me that those big
Paul
guys.
Bull would stick out downtown
Oh,
walking
my
around.
God,
Jeez.
I do remember seeing him. He is immense.
Yeah.
He's
He's
immense.
terrifying.
Is he? How big is he compared to like actual? Because we talked about this on Better's Last Stand about NBA athletes. How big is he compared to?
Like
Right.
NBA guys?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
he's
he is
noticeably
one.
like
I mean, he's-
way bigger.
He
than
is?
like taller.
How
He's
tall
super-
is he?
He's like 7'3", 7'4".
Oh,
So he's smaller than his dad. Though, right?
Yeah, he's
shit.
shorter
Yeah, I
than his
think
dad,
so.
but yeah.
who's
he's
his
still-
dad?
Oh, Manute
Manute.
Bull.
The late Manute.
The
Bull.
late Manute.
That's
He
my
was-
sister's
He got
favorite
into pro
basketball
boxing for a while. You
Is
ever
it
look him
Celebrity
up?
boxing?
Yeah, remember that? He fought.
Yeah.
Who
Who'd
did
he
he
fight?
Some guy from the Partridge Family? Man, I don't know if that was it or not.
Not Danny
I
Bonaducci.
don't. Maybe that wasn't the fight, but he fought somebody like that.
No, he was, and he could drain threes.
Yeah, no, he can dribble, shoot. He's good,
I don't know
man.
how good of a dribble.
Do you know what his?
He dribbles.
You know what his cousins' names are? Two of them. Soup and salad.
Did you just come up with that?
And Smoker.
yeah. Paca.
Pack a smoker.
But it is. I just never had any. But I do get it. I always thought it was weird that those bigger name guys, like, or at least they're all prospects. They're coming like,
Yeah.
High school.
yeah. But I mean, like, some of those guys are guaranteed to go to the NBA.
Yeah,
right?
I'll put it for the
Yes.
most part. Yeah.
Bobo's not in the NBA, is he?
Oh, yeah, he's
Yeah,
like
he
a
is.
magic.
He is,
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
Playing well. It's finally starting to play.
Why was the CRC like the big thing?
Just a big tournament.
I don't know.
I
They
really know how
just
it
promoted the shit out
It's like
of
the
it. I
Beast
don't
of
know,
the
and
East.
they-
Yeah,
I don't know.
kinda.
Did that guy must have had a lot of connections?
Yeah, he must have.
But he was
yeah,
able to
be
get
get that.
ESPN to come down, and they.
It's high school, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
God, isn't that? I think that's incredible that guys are from in high school are destined to go to the NBA. That's nuts to me.
Oh, the NBA is so different. I mean, you used to be able to go straight to.
I mean,
NBA
I guess
high school.
I guess Michael could have went to the NBA or to the
MLB.
MLB from high school, which is nuts. But anyway, enough CRC talk. What are they going to do? I say that like anyway. CRC, Jesus, what is wrong with me?
Is that Red Bull?
Yeah, I had a hot
Shaking your
pocket and a
brain
Red
up.
Bull.
Ew.
What?
What a horrible
I see a
combination
hand.
there.
I see a hand back there.
Yeah, Soup is here in the
I thought
studio.
that
He's
was,
operating a camera.
I
Right
thought
now.
Skin and Marink was happening.
Oh yeah,
I heard that on the show. I haven't checked
Let's
it
talk
out
about
yet.
that real quick.
Well, I haven't checked it out. I got to give
need
me a
to
couple.
see it.
Well,
days. I
do
gotta
we
check.
need to do him a favor?
I think
if he wants to watch it,
Was it horrible, Chris?
I'll
Or
say
did it scare you?
it turned out to be a pretty big stinker.
Okay.
Like it
Well,
was.
I'll check it out sometime.
It was scary.
if you have absolutely nothing to do, give it an hour and 40
So I
minutes.
should watch it at work.
How quickly did you get bored?
Well, it was that night I was sick, and last Tuesday.
That's what made him sick.
Well,
And
yeah.
I was just so I got in bed and I put it on my laptop, and it started out, I'm like, okay, well, this is going to pick up, and it just never did. So finally, I think the next morning I said, what did I say? It was like the worst.
You said it was. You
the
said
most asinine.
it was asinine to the
100th degree or
degree.
powers.
Yeah.
It was.
Was it worse than the Blair Witch Project? You
I
remember
thought
that?
the
Oh,
Blair-
I think it had to be.
I thought the Blair. Did you not like the Blair Witch?
No, I mean that was like the big thing when I was in in
Well,
high
you know
school.
what?
I mean, I
Watch
didn't
it.
dislike it.
Watch
but,
it and let us
But
know.
I just didn't think it was nearly the hype that it
yeah,
got.
this-
Like it didn't terrify me the way people acted.
What was
like
that?
it should.
Rotten Tomatoes giving it 100%.
Gave it 100%. Listen, I'll tell you, I watched it and I was horrified for like the first 30 minutes, and then I just got bored. Like it just started to just nosedive.
Yeah, I mean, you hyped it up like it was. Just,
Well, I couldn't get
Well, you
through
just-
it. It
Well,
took
Rotten Tomatoes gives. They didn't even give Empire Strikes Back 100,
no.
so they don't know.
It
What
gave me
two.
It took me 2 days to get through 30 minutes of it. Once I got through that 30, I realized that this is the biggest
you
pile of
couldn't have
dogs.
been like horrified.
I couldn't get through it, Chris. I couldn't do it. When it showed like just the black hallway, I couldn't do it. Just something about
You
something.
must be easily like spooked.
Not really, because I like scary movies, but just something about that in my brain. It was like
Yeah.
there's something in the darkness
Something,
that
yeah.
like something's ready
Something's
to hop
tapping
out.
into your psyche.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
something happened to you as a child.
you,
You're traumatized.
You,
penitentiary.
then you must have liked it a little bit better than me. I just thought it was.
I know I didn't like it, but I mean I thought it was at least scary to me. I thought it
me
was
and
scary.
Champ will watch it and we'll get a real evaluation.
Yeah,
Trust me, Champ will fall
He will
asleep.
fall
Yeah,
asleep
yeah.
within 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
What the hell's this? Yeah, and they'll be snoring. Yeah.
What was the other? You mentioned 1899.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I started watching that.
very good.
Yeah,
Good.
what is that?
You don't try it, Chris.
Okay,
it ain't for
all right.
you.
No, you
It ain't
guys
gonna-
told me.
It ain't never going to work for you. You're not going to be.
All right,
your
well-
brain don't work like that. I'm saving you the trouble of getting
Thank
mad
you.
and saying "fuck you guys" is stupid.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's really. Yeah, I mean, I can only recommend that kind of show to certain people. And Job, like the other show that the makers of that made, really, really good. So
Yeah.
You said it was like the time.
Dark.
Yeah,
like dark. Yeah, if you like dark,
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yes,
yeah, it's
watch
nuts.
it. You will like it, Cooley. It's really neat. Just well thought. Those creators very, very different, very original, and I love that. And I love shows that I don't know what's going to happen. Like even if you can make a little bit of a guess, I'll turn the show off if I can guess too soon what the plot's going to be. I hate that. I
Yeah.
think it spoils it all.
That's why I gave that a shot, because I'd never seen anything like it. But
Mm.
once you realize what it is, it's
Mm-hmm.
just kind of
Actually, no, I should go watch it again because I was
you're probably having delusions.
well,
yeah.
and then I'd fall asleep and
You're probably
miss
like-
5 minutes, but I probably didn't miss much.
You didn't miss shit.
No, but I have to give it. I'll try it again. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll be scared that night. And,
Yeah.
and try to watch. But the first viewing,
I watched.
No, thanks.
I watched. I think I brought it up a couple weeks ago. Barbarian. I think I brought it up on here.
I've heard that about that show so much.
Wait, the
Don't-
show?
No,
movie.
movie.
Oh,
Sorry.
movie. Okay,
Yeah,
because there
movie.
is a show.
Is there?
There's a really good show called Barbarians.
Yeah. Well. Oh, yeah. It's about that tribe.
Yeah, and Latin. It's like in Rome.
Yeah, it's like Viking-
Yeah,
like
it's really
Vikings,
it's a
yeah.
really good show.
Yeah. So if you have any shows you'd like us to check out or talk about, go ahead and
Yes.
send us an email. We don't get much of those these
I'm always
days.
looking for something.
Contact at thepineroompodcast.com.
I watched a good one though on Amazon, a quick one. Chris, you could handle this one. You get Amazon Prime. Fuck.
I'll give you mine.
Well, I can buy it.
No, it's called The English. It's 6 episodes. Very, very good. What the hell's her name?
What's she
my
playing?
Goodness. Emily Blunt. There you go. Yeah.
There you go.
Very big fan of
Who's she?
hers. I think she's
Who's
a
that?
great actress.
That's
Was that the lady that was in
John Krasinski's
She was in a
wife
Quiet Place.
in Quiet Place. Yeah, she played them all.
Larson's?
Really good.
I watched the second one of that, by the way, the Quiet Place Part 2.
Oh yeah, it was better than the first one.
Thought
I
it was
think.
good.
Don't you?
Thought it was good. Yeah.
Close to.
Yeah.
I got to check. Is that Netflix or is that?
No, I got that on a
It might
totally
be on.
legal website.
Yeah, it might be on there
I
now.
always like that you do things legally every
Always
time.
legal.
Always.
By the book.
Yes.
By the book.
You'd never broke a rule in your
No,
life.
Never.
I'd never break rules.
Only by the book.
And you
But yeah,
frown upon those that do.
Huh?
I said, and you frown upon those that do.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So check the English out. Anybody
okay.
that's watching, it's good.
Okay.
Six episodes, very well done.
All right. Well, we're going to do our little Pine City rundown here. We picked out some Pine cities or Pine locations last week. Had a
I don't
little,
even think mine constitutes as a city. The
we
one
might
that
have
I did
another
this week.
might have another stinker week this week. We had and didn't have some great ones last week, but we'll figure it out this week. Talk about some stuff. Super 6 at Wheeling Island Stadium. Anyone want to go over there?
Blowouts. I mean, it was blowouts like we talked about on the show
Yeah,
on Monday.
yeah.
Just nothing too exciting, Chris. Disappointing for
Well,
the people that the game.
Well, the Doubleday game was what? How bad was that one?
Independence
Yeah.
put it
I was
on
watching
pretty
that
good against Herbert Hoover. Yeah, Independence was good. I didn't think Herbert Hoover was that terrible, but I thought Independence, that little running back they had, number 10, that guy
Yes,
was good.
he really was.
He was really
He
good.
was. And then I watched the Tripway game, and South just killed themselves. I mean, over and over, mistakes and penalties and
Yeah.
stupid penalties.
Yeah.
And
Did you see Bruce Dunn? Was he on the sidelines?
No, was he?
I know I didn't.
No,
I was
maybe
asking
Mike-
you. I didn't.
Mike
I didn't
Steele
know
might have
Mike.
been. But I
the
watched-
best chain gang guys in the area.
But that was South blew a lot of opportunities. I thought they moved the ball, but they just couldn't get it done. So it ended up 28-3 Huntington.
Yeah.
And Huntington's defense was good. So hats off to the
They
Highlanders.
didn't get cut any breaks.
No.
But you know who's coming up on a break? Cool's Christmas break coming up.
Oh yeah, man. I'm
Counting the
thinking
days.
You probably
about a
can't
couple more
wait.
weeks, and I can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait
Sleep
to just
in.
relax,
just
sleep
fuck
in,
off.
Stay up late, drink,
watch some Heat games.
Yeah.
drink, eat, be
Hey.
Beat the
merry.
Cavs. Can't wait.
What have you been up to? Anything to report?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Put him on the
I feel
spot.
like we don't check in on Cool's enough.
Well, I don't really live a very exciting life. I hang out. With
Now that he's a freaking Ohio County school teacher,
right.
what else is there to do?
I work and I hang out with you
Yeah,
guys.
and he
Yeah.
goes to bed. He goes to bed early now. He
Yeah.
gets up early.
I'm a blue collared man
Yeah,
nowadays.
he lives a boring
How you
adult
like
life.
waking up at dark?
I hate it. That's something I can complain about is that it being dark by 5 o'clock. That drives
love
me
it.
nuts.
Nick brought this up the other day. Does it feel like, and even I've noticed this, does it feel like it gets dark earlier than it has the past couple of years?
I don't think so. I thought it got dark later. I was wondering
What
if
is
there's
it now?
some,
Like 5:15?
Because
Yeah.
I
See, I like it when it's like 4:55.
we were
I
in
thought he was
here-
going to say like 3.
Well, I mean, I'd go for
Yeah.
3. I'd like to be driving home from work in the dark. I think that's going to work.
because we were in here doing the radio show, and I stayed to do some stuff in the office and put some of the desks together, and then I came out. I think it was a little before 5, and it was already dark, or not, or at least close to pitch dark. And I just thought, I don't know. Nick just mentioned he thought maybe it's just because we're older, but I don't know. Anyway, I was going to bring something up. Oh, Matt, you'll find this interesting. I was doing I watch a lot of YouTube.
Yeah.
And I found a guy that he is the father of time travel. He is the only guy. So I got a citation needed on his name, but they talked about it on Joe Rogan a way long
Oh,
ago.
yeah. No, I know this guy. He was interviewed on the show.
I don't know if he was interviewed on the
Okay.
show, but they talked about him. So he's got this backstory where his dad passed away when he was like 6 years old. Might have
Okay.
been even less than that. And his whole life, he listened or he watched the movie or read the book Time Machine by
Who is it?
real famous
H.G.
author,
Wells?
H.G. Wells.
Yeah.
He watched this. He read this book, and his life's pursuit has been to figure out how to do time travel so that he can go back and save his dad.
Oh, my goodness.
So he's been figuring out how to send light back in time, and he's been
Fascinating.
finding out how to bend space with light. I think
Wow.
he said Einstein said something about light. I don't know the exact formula, but he's trying to bend space and time with light, which I thought was incredible.
Absolutely awesome.
Yeah, and I looked up. It's weird because he has been successful sending light back in time, but
How do you judge
I've
that?
never heard anything about it, and he did it 10 years ago, and I've never heard anything about it.
How do you like know that you sent it back in time? Like,
Can't tell you. Can
yeah,
you?
like how do you know?
No, that is an interesting question.
It was something about the
Can't
way.
go back in time and find out.
Yeah, it was something about he could turn the light into code, like binary code. Something
Really?
about code. Something about coding and light. I'll have to do some more research on it, but I thought you'd think it was.
No, I
interesting.
think that'd be great. Joe Rogan has some really cool guests that people don't ever talk about. It's a shame.
How do you find
Fascinating.
it? Do you seek that out, or do you just come across it by accident?
I always have a fascination with like time travel, like space travel, planets, like stuff like that, and I just happen to stumble upon it.
Because you always really come across interesting stuff, and
man.
I would never even think to
I also
look
found
for
out,
or watch.
So, did you guys know that Pluto, it's no longer a planet in our solar system, but at one point they said that it was completely covered in water. It was a water planet, and then it started to freeze over because it lost its atmosphere. But stuff like that's just nuts.
Yeah, 'cause it's like just a big ball of water just compressed.
Just a big ball of water, and then it lost its atmosphere and then froze over. And then what else is nuts is that they're saying that Mars, which I've heard this from a long time ago, Mars is at one time was very similar to Earth, where it had water, it had oceans, stuff like that. And another
they found
thing,
like microorganisms. Up there too,
and which is just insane is we have something up there right now taking high quality HD 4K pictures of another planet.
and we have no idea what it looks like.
No, like I've never been up there before, but I can sit on my phone and look at pictures of another planet.
That's insane.
Do you like space travel, Cool?
I mean, I think it was born. Remember?
Oh yeah. He said what Matt's heart was going to beat out of his chest.
that would be one thing. They'd have to have me sedated to be able to go up into space. I'd be so. I don't even know what the word would be. Just. I don't know. My body just couldn't handle that.
They're
whether it's
sending,
excitement or
I'm gonna
scare.
treat it like I'm riding like on an airplane.
There's a company I think called Blue Origin that sends civilians into space.
Yeah, that's going to be a big thing.
You go up in a capsule. You're up there for maybe 5 minutes, and then you come right back down.
I'd love to do that, but I'd have to wait a couple years to make sure that they're like
me too.
successful with
the
it.
Challenger explosion was too recent for me.
What year was that?
1986.
Way too. You're gonna be 90 before you give it any time.
I know. I think I'll feel safe by then.
If I did something like that, I just assume I'm not surviving. So
Find out that time travel guy though.
Yeah, I will. Here, I'll look it up during the
that guy
break.
that I was thinking of he does the ancient civilizations. His name's Graham Hancock. And he's on there too. He's really cool.
Have you guys seen that thing about Elon Musk putting like neuron links in people's brains and stuff?
Yeah,
like, he thinks in
Neuralink,
like six months he thinks they'll be able to do it. And I was watching like this video.
And he's
incredible.
He is.
I was watching this video. They've been putting in like pigs and like other animals and like
Job will be talking to his monkeys. They'll be knowing what he wants to say to them.
And like it would like hit one of the nerves in the brain and like it would kick its leg or put like a white dot on its eyes. So they're thinking they can help like people that are paralyzed or blind.
I think they can. I don't think we talked about it on the show before, but how much is in our brains that we have no idea. The power of supercomputers that will never. Ron?
Yeah, his name is Ronald Mallet. He was born in 1945. His father died. Mallet plunged into poverty, causing them to suffer from problems with depressions. Consequently, in school, Mallet was he's only an average student, except for electronics, English, math, where he excelled. Then he went to college, joined the Air Force, and then he became a computer technician. And then he went into a night study and began studying physics. And then in 1966, Mallet returned to civilian life where he found himself engrossed by science fiction, like The Twilight Zone and Star Trek.
Twilight Zone's a great show. Chris, remember those old Twilight Zones? Very good show. Very good.
Is that
show.
Rod Serling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just some of the, the old ones with William Shatner. And there's some really good actors that kind of were on the scene early in their careers on there. Good. Fascinating stuff.
So I'll do some more research, but now he's 2005 honorary member of the Connecticut Academy of Arts and Science. A bunch of stuff, but cool stuff, and I never heard about it before.
I just like when he went to go to test to send, do his first test to send light back in time. How did he even know where to start?
That's the thing that I find. Went. Like that's what I find incredibly.
Joan of Arc saw the light.
No, I don't. Well, I think the thing that he found out was he could only if it would come to the point where he could send something back in time, like an object or a person, the only place he could only get back to the point where the machine was turned on. He can't go past that point. So you could, now you can only go back, maybe, I don't know, if he turned on 2005. You can only go back to 2005.
Gotcha.
But he's
wow.
Yeah.
That would be astounding enough.
Jeez. Yeah, still, which is incredible. The one thing I always say, though, I know that we don't have time travel right now, because if we did, I always say if I had time travel, I would come back and I would have already told myself.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know, because if you change one thing, the butterfly effect scares me, man.
You ever read that book?
Fascinating.
Have you ever read that book, The Butterfly Effect?
Like you step on a ladybug, the entire world blows up.
Right.
There was who's that by? We read it in high school. Anyway, there was this company that developed time travel, and they had these paths. When you went back in time, they went back to dinosaur times because the guy wanted to hunt dinosaurs or something like that. So they go back in time, and you can only go on a certain path. You can't step off the path. They have these platforms where you go across this path so you don't touch anything, and you don't affect anything. And something happened where the guy went off the path and killed a butterfly. And because he killed that butterfly, so-and-so didn't happen, this didn't happen, this happened, this didn't happen, and it changed the entire way that the world was.
Did he know he wasn't supposed to do that?
Yes, but he didn't think anything of it.
Oh.
He didn't think anything of it until he got back in time.
There wouldn't be any
I don't
consequences.
Believe...
I think it would have to work that way.
Is that the author?
But think about it. What would if I...
It changes literally everything.
I just don't agree. I don't believe that. I can't.
I'm not even going to
I can't fathom, if there's a ladybug in this room, and I came back, nobody in here saw it, but I smushed it. How would that?
Well, okay, maybe that ladybug was going to fly out of this building, land in someone's car, and they wreck. Now that you didn't do that, they stay alive and go kill somebody
else. It laid eggs in its body, and then it went to the corner, and then the corner got it under his fingernail, and then he took it home to his wife.
Good point.
Yeah. So, if you could go back in time, if you went back in time and you told yourself, "Hey, there's time travel," what do you you think? You would live your life completely different? How would you...
Well, it depends on what the information's given to me. If they say, hey, in the year 2082, the world's going to explode, you're going to be 101.
He just comes back and says...
leave for Mars in 2081.
Yeah, I mean,
he just comes back and says, hey, I have 4 kids, and...
Will you be
time travel?
4 kids with 5 different mothers.
No, I'd be...
What year were you born?
98. I wouldn't even be... I'd be like 84. I'd be 84.
You'd be old.
Oh, yeah,
84.
Okay,
yeah. All right. Well, talk about time travel. We're going to get Soup in here, and for you, it'll only be a couple seconds, but for us, it'll be a couple minutes. So I guess that's technically time travel.
Yeah,
there
time
you go.
Traveling to get Brian.
We'll be right back with Brian. All right, Brian is in the studio with us. Welcome, Soup.
Welcome
he's
back.
Getting hydrated.
Hi, Soup.
Dihydrogen monoxide.
Did you have a busy day today?
Yes, extremely. But I'm excited to be here with you guys. I miss
Good.
you guys. I miss the warm weather. And
what was for dinner?
I had a salad from Later Gator.
It is, yeah.
It's sweet potato salad and add salmon.
Hey, do salads ever get old?
No,
every time I see you eating a bowl of grass,
it fills
varieties,
me up.
though, right?
It fills me up, and then my metabolism, I'm hungry again later. That's my favorite thing.
well, that's how life normally works.
Well, I know.
You get hungry.
But if I would go eat McDonald's, I feel horrible.
Versus a heavy meal.
Yeah, then I'm not hungry later. I like to keep eating.
Are you not hungry? You just don't want to eat after having eaten just McDonald's?
I love McDonald's. Don't get me wrong.
I just had a quarter pounder last night.
Yeah, it's delicious. I eat it when I'm.
How was it? I haven't had one in a while.
Hey, listen,
salads never fill me up.
I got to give credit where credit's due. McDonald's makes a hell of a quarter pounder.
Oh, dude.
And that's not me just trying to be funny. I'm serious. I've been to a lot of burger joints, and I'm a burger connoisseur. I'll tell you when your burger's bad and when it's good. And that quarter pounder, man, I asked for it plain, but they gave me the works.
Well,
It's so good.
when you get it plain, what comes?
I
on
just
it?
wanted cheese on it. Just wanted cheese. That was all.
Sometimes you just want to taste the great patty, right?
Yes.
Hey, charbroiled. It was nice. A little crispy on the edges.
When we blow up, I want sponsored by Burger King though. That's my
Fine broiled.
Oh, dude.
Hey,
good.
BK.
So good. So good.
BK comes with the heat. Like
Yes.
if you want a good meal, Nuggets used to be able to get 20 nuggets for $1.
The chicken fries?
They raised them up a little
I've
bit.
got to tell you something about those.
I ordered
Those nuggets, dogs might not eat them, but I liked them. I thought they were good.
when we went to Deep Creek, I was in the house eating 60 nuggets.
Yeah, you could get them in this little sack. They come in a little paper sack.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. Their burgers, their Whoppers, when you put bacon on it, their lettuce, their tomato, their onion, and they have a Hershey pie with their chicken fingers, which are like fries but chicken.
Yes.
And they have good chicken sandwiches.
When's the last time? Hey, the Chick King, really
oh, man,
good.
the Chicken is good.
I'll tell you that.
The Chicken
It's-
is fucking really good.
And
And,
I'll
that melt they had, and they took it all. Oh, it was so good.
What Burger King are you guys going to?
On the island.
One on the island. It's the only one we have.
Yeah, when I'm on the road.
Yeah, no,
So many of the rest stops have the
BK?
Burger Kings in there.
I did the same thing, and I believe this with Chick-fil-A. I did the same thing when I had what was it? I had Five Guys for the first time, and don't get me wrong, Five Guys makes a burger
It's
that'll
unreal.
make you
Very
pass
It's
out.
one of my favorite.
But
So overrated.
I had that, and I was like, oh shit, nothing's gonna beat this. I went to Wendy's, got a Dave's Double, dude.
It's unreal.
Dude. A Dave's Double from Wendy's will go to bat with any other burger ever.
So you got to pick a burger from Burger King, Wendy's, or McDonald's. Which one are you picking?
Wait, from the three?
McDonald's.
Yeah, one out of the three. Which
Burger
one?
King,
Burger King, Wendy's,
and-
McDonald's?
Yeah, which one are you taking?
Probably Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Yeah,
I
me too.
love it.
I would say
Wendy's.
most of the time I'd agree, but like I'm very picky about burgers. Like most of the time I think they suck. Like, but I will say every once in a while I get really hungry for a Big Mac, even as shitty as
Hey,
that might
and
be.
their little cheeseburgers, like the little four
Dude,
biters.
I would do that. I used to go to Burger King, and when I was growing a lot, my meals were like massive.
They won't cook the burgers the way I want them. I don't like well done. I want mine right rare.
I know.
Yeah, medium.
And I know they won't cook them like that.
I don't chew 'em
Wendy's
enough.
used to be able
Dude,
to.
I would get those. I would get like 2 things of chicken fries, a big Whopper, a bacon cheeseburger, like a little bacon cheeseburger. But
I've never been able to tell, like, if I go to a restaurant and I order, now steak's a little different because it's just the meat, but I've never been able to tell a burger when it's done, like, rare, well, not like rare, but medium rare to medium well. I've never been able to tell that difference.
Well, I think it obviously depends on the thickness of the patty too.
Yeah.
Some of them you can't cook that
Like those
way.
smash burgers, you're
like-
never going to be able to do.
Yeah, it's tough to do,
But I like the ones that
Very
I
picky.
love Red Robin.
oh, so good.
they're
I
pretty
had-
good.
I had one
I've
of
only
these.
ever had like one burger in my whole life that I really like.
Well,
Jeff
so-
Ruby's?
No, it's from the Frog Bar in Ocean City. It's
Is
the
that the
best
old
burger
one?
I've ever had. Yeah.
The Old Frog?
Yeah, the old Frog.
What's
We'll
on it?
never have it again. I mean, you can get various different kinds. I'm just saying, as far as the meat patty goes, it's the best burger I've ever had. I can't ever find anything close.
That place.
That's closest thing is the Pine Room burger.
Yeah.
They cooked that the way I wanted to at Generations, so shout out to them. They did it medium rare. It was really good.
That place, there's a place by Cooley's old house down in St. Pete. It's right there on the boulevard. You remember the place I'm talking about?
Boulevard Burger.
Boulevard
Yeah.
Burger. Matt,
Good?
I'm telling you, it'd be right up your alley.
I'd like to try.
Yeah,
I
they're
just can't
thick.
find one that's that good.
They
It's
ask
just-
you how you want it cooked. You can get it
Yeah.
however
Do
you
you
want.
ever guys never eat a burger and just be like,
Oh,
this
if-
is a total letdown?
Yeah,
like it's
they're-
like
yeah.
bland and it's
Yeah.
plain.
If it's well done, I don't want
Yeah.
it.
Job gave his. I don't know if it was your first or maybe second 10.
I never
burger
give
there.
10s.
Oh, that's right.
I never,
You
ever,
did.
ever give 10s.
I remember that.
And the
Burger
only time I
Boulevard.
ever give 10s is when it like when it deserves it. The only 2 10s I've given is Market Vines and Boulevard Burger. It's the only
Market
2
Vines
10s
is
I've
good.
given.
Market
Market
Vines-
Vines on the Texas toast. Texas
I'd probably
toast
give
has
Market
changed.
Vines like an 8 or a 9.
I
But
don't know why more restaurants don't use Texas
well,
toast.
that's why I thought that Burger King for that melt
Yeah.
that they had was so damn good because of that bread.
because a
It
lot
was
of times
fantastic.
you get a shitty bun.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Oh, buns can ruin everything.
Boulevard Burger. I remember you trying something and you were like in love with it. What was that? What was
It was
on
a
that
ghost
burger?
pepper burger.
Yeah, that's
It
right.
was, and I usually I don't like those gimmicky burgers with
Right.
all the stuff on it, but it was really, really, really good. Great sauce. It wasn't too hot. Incredible. And another thing about a burger, I don't like it when it's messy. When it gets messy and shit's
I
going
agree.
everywhere.
I don't like it when the bun gets soggy
Yeah,
on
yeah.
stuff. You got so much stuff on there, get your hands.
Well,
getting
you almost
stuff
have
all
to
over
ask
it.
your waitress for like an entire box of napkins.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might want a burger, but you want to sit there and cut it up with a knife. You don't want to get messy.
Yeah. If you think you got a good burger, if you know somewhere that's got a good burger, let us know. Hit us up on social media. Let us know. We'll maybe try it on the show.
I got to ask you guys about something. I had a terrible experience last week with a sandwich. So I was getting ready to come to do Better's Last Stand. Wouldn't have been. No, maybe it was last week. And I was like, all right, I'm hungry after work, so I went over to Wendy's in Martins Ferry.
Okay.
And I got this Italian chicken sandwich thing.
Oh, it's like the chicken parmesan.
It was absolutely terrible. I got to tell you, and I'm really down on Wendy's. And Wendy's was overall, over the years, one of my favorite fast food places. I thought they had really solid stuff across the board. Obviously, there's the basics, their nuggets and their chili and their Frosties are still good. Their fries absolutely suck. Whenever they decided to change those to those,
I remember when they switched.
and they lied to you on the commercial and say 3 out of 4 people prefer these over McDonald's. That's an absolute lie.
No one's ever going to beat McDonald's.
But anyway, I want you, if you guys want to try something terrible, buy one of those, cut it up into quarters, and try it. I'm telling you, it was like you're eating sawdust. Like it was, the bread sucked. They put like fried mozzarella.
It's like a mozzarella patty.
It was terrible. It was the worst combination. So then I was going to get the one at Burger King the other day. I was coming home from work and I was like, I don't really want to do this, but I'm going to see if it was better than the Wendy's. Well, of course, I go to order it. They ran out of them.
Yeah.
So I couldn't try it. But I'm telling you, that Wendy's Italian chicken sandwich absolutely sucked. It was terrible.
Those gimmicky like menu items. It's weird because I've taken a turn in my life where I really want to try new stuff. Like if limited time items come out, I want to try them. Like drinks, snacks,
like
stuff
your
like
McRib.
That.
I would love it, dude. I would love if you did, when things slow down and you can get some help, Jub on the Run would be unbelievable if you did that, like quick minute videos.
But
I will never, I really hesitate to get gimmicky food like
that one I just said?
Yes.
Well, I'm telling you, I've never probably in my life stopped eating a sandwich when I was hungry. I only ate half of it. I threw it away. I hated it that bad. It was that bad.
I'm the same way. Even if something's just okay,
I'll
eat it like a barbarian. But
couldn't finish it.
I had this pork belly sandwich from Arby's. I talked about it a while back.
It just sounds horrible.
Dude, pork belly.
Terrible.
And what it made it look like this big kind of crispy piece of bacon. And I know what pork belly is, and it's sometimes it's like a lardon where it's like a crispy pork fat. Dude, I took a bite out of this thing, and I might have taken like a bite out of like a piece of like an eraser. Like it was so gummy. I took one bite and put it down. I've never done that before, so ever since then, I have been really hesitant to get.
You know who does gimmicks right? It's Taco Bell.
Yeah,
they do it perfect.
Well, you can't mess it up.
But the problem with Taco Bell is everything tastes the same.
No, that is not true.
More or less.
No, guys, come on.
Mexican pizza.
Let's put some respect on Taco Bell. They do it right. Nacho cheese fries. This new one they got out. It's like the steak burrito thing.
Oh, they got the dessert balls, whatever those are incredible.
Chris, you're always out on the run. Have you gotten anything like seasonal?
No, I've been trying to cut back on my fast
Oh yeah,
food.
absolutely.
What's your number one?
I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of BK like these guys. Like I prefer Wendy's.
I'm not. I
Do you remember the Wendy's in the Ohio Valley Mall?
Absolutely.
That was so
I love
good.
that Wendy's.
You know how cool that is?
Oh, that was a great Wendy's.
It was tucked away.
That's when they had the good biggie fries back then.
The great
it was
nuggets.
Just simple. It was
I'm
biggie.
telling you, the nuggets tasted better.
Oh, their nuggets were great.
Where was Wendy's at the mall?
It was awesome.
It was like it was just like an inside restaurant. It was like a sit down. It was like
I'll tell you what, I've never
been there. In my life.
That was the only Wendy's around until they opened the one in Elm Grove.
Wow. I'm telling you.
I mean, that was like in the 90s.
The food tasted unbelievable.
Hey,
it was early 2000s. I can remember sitting down there.
No, that one I know, but I'm saying that the one at the mall was around before the one in Elm Grove, and that was like the closest Wendy's to us, until that time.
BK and Warwood. That back when we were in
that was a well-run establishment.
Well, back when we were in in elementary school, it was okay, and then
oh my god,
it was like a den.
I remember driving in there one time after a game or something at West Liberty, and I'm coming down to the club on a Sunday, we're supposed to get snow that night. It's like 6 o'clock. There's not a flake anywhere. And I go up to that thing, I pull through the window, and the girl says, "Can I help you?" And I say, "Well, yeah, I want to order." She said, "We're closed because of snow." And I said, "Well," and I started to snow yet. She said, "Well, my workers had to leave early." I said, "Well, then why are you asking me what I needed?" Yeah, that's about the last time I went to that place.
I love fast food.
Oh,
I know it's bad for you.
It's so good.
It's
dude.
not good for you.
Think
but
about our lives without it, though. It's hard. Sometimes you just don't have time.
I know.
yeah, like I was going home last night. It was late. Nothing else was open. I just stopped and got a burger, and that was good for the rest of the night.
There's a reason why we're the most obese nation on the planet, though.
I do you guys consider like Chinese food fast food?
Fast casual, what you
Not
explained.
normal.
Well, yeah.
Not normally.
Well, it just depends. Like,
Is that what they call it?
Depends if you're going to a
Fast
buffet
casual?
or you're actually going to a Chinese, like a speedy Chinese, or a kind of a sit-down place where you take a little time, look at a menu, and order.
Went big up on my scale right here downtown Wheeling. Panda, incredible, really good operation.
And your girl, what's her name?
Sinsu Xiao.
Sinsu Xiao.
What's the one you love? And we went to it. It was like me, you, Cooley,
Bridgeland?
Jarrett, Sammy. We were in a different state. I forget where we went.
Oh,
Wenwu!
No.
Oh, I thought it was Wenwu.
No, but we do like Wenwu. That's St.
St.
Cyr.
Clair's,
We
yeah.
went to
That plaza.
P.F. Chang's.
Sammy loves
Oh,
it
okay.
too.
Yeah.
Our water tasted like blood.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know what we did that day?
Oh, Camp Lejeune.
Do you remember what we did that day? We went to Sky Zone.
Oh,
He said,
we went to Sky Zone because we ate, and then we went to Sky Zone because we thought we were going to have a fun time.
well,
I
we
was
did.
sweating. I was
I
sweating.
thought he's gonna go in and have a blast jumping around. He said he came out sweating like he did a workout.
No, I said I've never worked this hard in my life. I was sweating. I was drenched. My legs hurt for 3 days.
I loved it
after
because
that.
you had to like stand on like these little pillows and you get like these like
Yeah, that was
like
fun.
spears with pillows on them. You had to like, knock each other off.
Those are like American Gladiators.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what it is. Yeah.
It would be me jumping Jared. We would just slaughter
Cooley
Jared.
and I always went after Jared.
You know how you said I've never had a sandwich like you guys are saying where I had to put it down, but for some reason within the past couple years, I've had a couple steaks recently that are old, like they've been served to me old, and you can taste it, and that's a horrible taste.
I'm
The
real
steaks are
picky.
old.
I'm real picky about steaks. Real picky.
It's my
about
favorite
steaks.
food, so I eat them a ton.
I just don't eat them. There's not ever a time when I've gone out and I've said, "Man, I really want a steak." Now, if I go to a steak house, I'll get one just because we're at a steak house. But I've never been in the car and go, "Man, a steak sounds
Really?
good."
I am
fine.
Because it's like, well, number one, they're expensive. Number two, like they got to be a good steak. Because you go to
Exactly.
like Cheddar's
Like,
and
it's
get a
so hit
steak.
or miss.
God,
Because like if they mess up the way you want it cooked,
Oh, you're
then
done.
It's just done.
Now you got to send
You're
it back.
done. I'm yeah.
How elite is Ruby's? I want to go ever since you said that.
It'd be the best restaurant you probably ever eaten in your life.
It's that good.
Oh, it's that
Where's
good.
Ruby's at?
Jeff Ruby's. It's in they have in Louisville, Cincinnati. Yeah,
He told me that when I was driving through Louisville.
it's an experience.
What kind of food is it? Steak?
It's a steakhouse, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, it's got I mean, you want one of those bone-in tomahawk ribeyes with a bone, looks like Fred Flintstone, like
like
baked
tip the car
potato,
over.
like,
Yeah.
just
Food
yeah.
and cartoons.
It's
always
really,
like this.
it's really high end, but really worth every penny.
Yeah.
To be honest, and, it's probably even a cut above like even a Ruth's Chris, which is a great
Yeah, I had
chain.
Ruth Chris for the
Yeah,
first time
it's
last
good.
year. It was all right, but I
Yeah.
wasn't that impressed.
Right? No, Jeff Ruby's was better. It's just more authentic.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Steak's the only food I ever choked on because I
lot
can't
of
chew it quick enough.
Yeah, I can see that.
Did you get the Heimlich?
No, I
If you
just
get a
kinda-
ribeye
I
and you
just
get a piece
kinda-
of fat, man, you could be in trouble.
I just kind of got it down like an anaconda, and
Ugh.
it was not good. My throat hurt for like a
That
week.
good steak will just melt
Bruised
in your mouth.
epiglottis.
Oh yeah, but and I've had some like shitty cuts of steak that have been made okay. Like
Right.
I've turned a couple shitty steaks into decent like meals, but
Yeah.
you gotta just like I've had like a flank steak and you just beat the shit out of it until it falls
Oh, yeah.
apart.
Well, those are good. I mean, you slice that stuff.
Are
thin,
those?
put it on
Is that the
salad or
same as the
something.
flat iron?
No,
it's a
flat irons.
different cut.
Flat irons like that's a much.
Those are good. You
yeah,
like
that's
those?
a better cut.
You make those.
Yeah, that flat iron. If I had to go with a cut, that's probably what I go
Yeah.
for. Bang for your buck. You're getting
Yeah.
good meat.
Plus, you only got to throw that thing on it for a few minutes.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
turn it and it's ready.
Yeah. So you like you're a seafood guy.
Huge. One of my favorite foods. All of it. All shellfish too. I could eat all of it.
Same.
It's
I
my,
got
my
cool-
favorite meal is that steak and lobster. But then if there's mussels on the side,
Tail
shrimp,
or whole lobster?
tail,
Okay.
and then scallops like wrapped in bacon.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Cool. I got you on the scallops at Fusion.
Yeah, those are really good. I'll tell you one of my most favorite seafood meals I had was when we were in Florida with Jet. And what was that guy next? Mark.
Oh,
Mark,
yeah.
when he cooked all that.
Late Mark,
He
rest
made
in peace.
lionfish, and we put like buffalo sauce on it.
Good.
It was incredible.
And the grouper that
Well,
night.
that was
those
so good.
those
Grouper's
restaurants,
fantastic.
if you catch fish, they'll cook it for you right off the
Yep.
off the
Oh,
boat.
yeah, absolutely.
And he caught like
well, we caught some of it too.
well they were like
There's a big difference when you catch.
there were like
the
30
fish that
pounds
day.
of grouper and red snapper and stuff, and
we
the
had just
plates
massive
like
plates.
there-
That was
it looked
awesome.
like a Viking feast.
Right,
There were
yeah.
just all kinds of plates of fish.
Fresh fish caught the day of and made it or fried.
You remember how
cooked,
good that
however you
buffalo
wanna do it.
stuff was, dude?
Delightful.
It was like the buffalo grouper, maybe is what it was.
I just love seafood. I
Sounds
can eat
delightful
every
to
day.
me.
Yeah, there was a place and then we'll get off food because I'm starting to get hungry. I just had a hot pocket, but there's
Better
a
call your girl.
there's a place in Pittsburgh. I can't. Coach Mike McLeod it brought up to me. It's this kind of I can't. It's a foreign place, and they bring these giant like skewers of meat.
Like the Brazilian
Yes.
steakhouses, like
And they'll
Benihana or one
yeah,
of those.
and they'll cut the
I've
steak.
been to those. Those things are fucking nuts.
I've always
Yeah.
wanted to go to
Texas,
one.
Salt Bay?
Texas
Day
D Brazil.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. They'll put these giant skewers, like longer than these
Oh, my
microphone
God.
stands, with this giant pile of meat, and they
and
shave
they just
it.
keep bringing stuff
Wow.
to you,
Yeah.
all different kinds.
See, I
you
kinda-
you would eat there until you exploded. it's you have to really have self control, or you get sick. It's fucking good though. It's good.
Matt, you ever been to like a ramen shop?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go to one. And he always tells me, "We'll go to Pittsburgh. We'll go to one."
Oh yeah.
There's-
Go.
there's-
Yeah.
Never come through with it.
There's-
Go
that-
up there to ramen. You can get good Thai food there, and really good Vietnamese.
Oh, dude, that
This is
stuff
my
is
favorite.
so
You
good.
can't.
The faux stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get mad at me for that because there was that one in Orlando, and it was called the ramen shop with all the anime
Yeah,
stuff
and you
on
didn't
it.
want to get it with me.
Yeah, but why do I get to get it with you? You ended up getting You ended up getting Popeyes.
Well, I mean, that's not.
That's a
bad.
good second choice.
Dude, I
like
love
Popeyes.
Popeyes.
Me too.
I want. It's like a friendship thing. You know, I want to do it together.
Okay.
I like hanging out with my
All
friends.
right.
That
I
is
think-
one of my favorite parts about traveling as of recent is like to bigger
going
cities.
to bigger cities
when they
Yeah.
have that real authentic like Indian food
Oh,
or
it's-
African
yeah.
food, and it is unbelievable how good some
Yeah, I
of
had
that
some-
is.
Thai's really good.
I don't know if I've
Oh,
ever
I
had
love
Thai.
Thai food.
Thai's really good.
Thai. You would love it. It's
You would-
fantastic.
What's their
curry.
Yeah, like pad thai noodles, things like that.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you
They got a
like-
lot
all
of
over it.
spice.
Yeah, they do
a lot of
curry
spice.
stuff, coconut milk, depends on
Really
they have
good.
different varieties of stuff. But if you like stuff that like spicy stuff with
Yeah, I
some
love it.
flair
I
to
just
it.
my face, I'll start sweating. But
And then the Vietnamese with the soups and stuff. Well, I had soup when I was over in Ocean City at my favorite Vietnamese place. It's so good.
Matt, I know you eat a lot. You eat a lot of different stuff. What was your like growing up? Were you picky at all?
No, not really. My dad, I was lucky because when we went on
your
trips, he
dad-
would take me to places, and you
Yeah.
know, he was we got extended palate, early on in our lives, like tried new things. So
Yeah, you're-
Jenna was the picky one in the family. My brother will eat absolutely anything. I draw the line at a few things, but my brother, like he will eat anything, and I pretty much will eat anything. But
Yeah, because your dad is familiar with the cuisine.
whenever we went to a place, he would always make sure we went to a unique restaurant. Even if it wasn't expensive, even if it was just like a hole in the wall. Back in those times, there was very few Chinese restaurants. Chris, you remember we've talked about on the show the Peking Garden downtown. There was no Chinese restaurants anywhere around here. Now you got them all. It's the only place.
Yeah.
And I remember that was my first dining experience. And then like going to there was the Mexican. Remember Hungry Jose's in Washington, PA?
Yes.
There was no Mexican restaurants around here.
Wow.
You didn't have Taco Bells. You didn't have any of these little Mexican eateries. So it was like a big deal. When we'd go on football trips, we'd stop at those restaurants. They were great.
awesome.
And they weren't like expensive, but they were unique cuisine for someone who was young and anybody at those times who didn't have all the stuff we have
Yeah,
now.
that's something I regret. Like when I was younger, and now I'm still trying to. And I'm way more open than my brother, but like
Dear God,
just
not
like
close.
I still was picky back in the day, and I'm trying to open up to that. But like there were like so many times when we've been to different cities, like, and then we just go get pizza or
Can't do
something.
it.
Yeah, I got a rule. Like, I won't eat chain food
No, you
anywhere
can't
I go
do it.
that I've
Can't
never
do it.
been.
I'll
you know
never
what I
do
mean?
it again.
I won't do it. I
Can't
just
do it.
won't.
Now-
You'll miss out on too much.
We did when we were in Key West. We had like what was Nicaraguan food.
Oh,
we
yeah.
had Thai food, and then like after the third day, we were like, we gotta just keep it, and we went and got Popeyes.
Well,
Because, yeah.
Popeyes, we don't have that around here, so I would consider that. I get
Yeah.
Popeyes sometimes at the beach because I don't have it around here.
It was good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
you can't beat it.
hopefully, if you're listening to this, you're hungry now. So
making me
and
hungry.
maybe if you're in the car, maybe you're out of state, maybe you're down somewhere where you can get something good. Let us know where you go or something. Maybe a restaurant that's kind of close or nearby that you think we should talk
And if
about,
you-
or maybe go.
If you know any authentic Thai people or Vietnamese people, they should come open a restaurant here in Wheeling.
Yeah,
I would love that.
I think that'll be. I think because you were just talking about how there weren't Chinese, there weren't Mexican.
Yeah.
I bet you in the future there will be. It'll start to kind of keep going. There'll be more.
Well, I hope. Like, we don't need it, and nothing against these Chinese restaurants around here. We're lucky. We have some really good ones.
Yeah.
And we have some good Mexican ones, but let's bring something new. Now.
Yeah,
I've already tried all these. They're all good, but I want some other stuff.
Yeah.
I want to try something exotic.
I try to get different stuff at Chinese, but I just get stuck on my.
Yeah,
on
and
my,
certain
what I like.
certain ones have better dishes, like
And-
depending on what you like.
And I'm partially to Meemaw's rule: get what you like. Because if you get anything else than what you like, you're going to be disappointed. And
Most of
it's
the
happened to
time.
me far more times than I'm probably willing to admit.
I've never seen a guy more stressed than when Job's looking at a menu.
You ever get Dragon in Phoenix?
Yeah,
Try that.
I saw
I
it
got
on the
that one
menu.
time. It was good.
But anyway,
One last thing on food, then we'll get off. Same way you speak about rubies is how I feel about this place called Zunzi's in Savannah, Georgia. It's South African. And
Oh, wow.
their,
Yeah,
their
yeah.
sausage and chicken just tastes different than anything I've ever eaten. And it's my favorite place to go. I get it on a bunch of rice and fried vegetables like peppers and onions.
South
and their
Africa,
sausage is so good. It's like, it's not I've ever had before.
Would you compare it to something? Have you ever had like Bayou type stuff? Like okay, so
Cajun
yeah,
food?
like Cajun.
Yeah, I have had
sausage
Cajun-
like that,
yeah, I
or
have, but
jambalaya.
this is way be- yeah,
okay, so
this
it's
is way
different.
better.
do you
Okay, better.
is that kind of food that you eat with like not naan or like papadom, like the bread? You scoop it up with the bread.
You can, yeah, you can. There's so many different options. Like I see a lot of people get their sausage and chicken on top of mashed potatoes, and that looks delicious. I usually get it on rice with like a salad and stuff.
I'm not sure if it is mashed potatoes. I think it might be something. I could be
Yeah,
wrong.
maybe it is, but I'll tell you, it's unbelievable.
I want to go somewhere. I would love to go to a different country and just take 5 days to eat something new every day.
And the thing is, most of the countries eat so much healthier than we
So
do.
much healthier.
Yeah.
If I lived in a nice city like that, I'd probably weigh like 30 pounds less. I might eat more, but I weigh less because
Yeah.
it's hard to get good, healthy food here.
I will say, in New York, I had a chicken on a stick from a street vendor, and he might as well put a possum on it because it tasted like rat meat. It was awful.
Yeah, well.
It was awful. But
The
that's
only
enough.
thing I get from a street vendor is a hot dog.
Yeah.
And it probably would be
Yeah.
rat meat, but I don't care.
My your coach has been calling it a glizzy recently.
Does he really?
Yeah. He came in here. Where were we?
How's he know about that?
Where were we? He made hot dogs. Oh, when we were down at the club. You guys had hot dogs at the club on
Oh,
Sunday.
yeah.
He said, "Hey, you want to have a glizzy?"
I like a papaya king.
All right. Well, let's hit some. We got a couple minutes left in the second half. Let's hit some news and notes. Anything on here you guys want?
I don't know.
Did you guys already talk about Dion to Colorado?
No, we didn't talk.
I loved it, man. Absolutely love it.
Was this? Okay. Yeah. Okay. This was okay. This was a couple of things on here that I saw a couple of weeks ago, or no?
Yeah,
last
some of the
week.
stuff
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys might have talked. I tried to talk. I listened to the podcast and then I didn't take some of them off. So
Well, why? I guess people will pay for whatever they want if they got the money. But Steve Jobs Birkenstock sandals sell for $200,000. I mean,
probably smell like cheese.
I mean, why, what is
It
what
goes
is
back.
that?
It kind of goes back to what we
like
always
that all
talk
the
about.
fuck.
It's like it's just the buyer who's the weird.
Just to say that those,
Now, Cooley, would you rather have those or that nice painting that we saw?
Well, at least I can wear
Van
those
Gogh.
sandals.
Oh,
No.
you need to wear them. Oh, you said the
I'll
buyer.
take the painting. I'll take that.
Me
painting.
too, Chris. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
definitely
but I
taking
mean,
a
like,
painting.
you-
I don't know. That painting's like $80 million.
yeah, but who would if you had a pair of crusty ass Birkenstocks in
I'm kidding. I'm
in a
taking the
glass
painting.
box?
He's got like caveman feet
Yeah,
too.
you said, "Hey, these are Steve." Who
Why do
gives
he
a
want
shit?
so much? He's not dead.
Yes, he is.
Is he dead?
He's been dead for
Who
like
am I
10
thinking
years.
of? I'm thinking of somebody else.
Bill Gates,
Yeah, that's exactly who I'm thinking
Steve
of.
Jobs been dead
Jim
for
Jobs.
a
Steve
decade.
Wozniak.
Rim jobs.
Was he?
Oh boy.
That'd be an interesting name.
Burst-
They had
Pine Room After
Birkenstocks when
Hours.
Steve Jobs,
Yeah,
Steve Jobs passed away.
Birkenstocks have been around
Yeah,
for a
they've been
long
around.
time.
They've been around. They just didn't become mainstream till recently.
Steve Jobs. Now I could be totally wrong on this, but was he a dick?
Yeah, I think they said he was. Obviously, a lot of those geniuses are like that with the emotional blow ups and just like the very on edge, like temper explosions. But I guess they say genius people.
Because in the
can do
movie,
like that,
that Wozniak, like, they painted Wozniak like he was the good guy.
right, like he was a friendly, goofy, nice guy. Yeah.
And he got shit on in the end.
Yeah, so I don't know enough about that whole dynamic, but I think Jobs was a little
not to
bit
discredit
fragile.
him because he's a genius.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely.
You know, and we wouldn't be using what we have
Sure.
on the table today. Without
God,
him,
and he
but-
died at what age? Like 59 or so.
Yeah.
That just proves no matter how much money you got, how famous you are.
Dr. Death's coming soon.
When the Reaper, when he finds
knocks,
you,
he's ready. This is kind of close to me. New York Zoo hosts first successful twin elephant birth.
Yeah, how about that?
What?
Yeah.
Is that common for the
No,
elephants?
it's first successful.
Ever.
I don't think they've ever had.
How do you know that they're twins?
Well, they're born
Well,
together.
they're born together.
Well, I guess, but like I was thinking more, I was like, they just look alike, so they're like, oh, they're twins.
Yeah, they,
No,
were
they
actually,
all
they
look
actually
alike,
came
don't
out
they?
of the.
I mean, most
Well, I don't know.
like, you know
kind of
how
elephant
dogs-
anatomy.
maybe an elephant is only
Yeah,
built and,
yeah.
and biologically able to carry one.
I was just gonna say,
I
like,
would say that we'd struggle to carry two.
Yeah, but if you lined up like 50 elephants from 50, you say they're all related.
I don't think that they could ever know
I
they
know
were
what you're
twins,
saying.
except that she
they
gave
came out
birth to
together.
them at the same time. I mean, it's like
Well, what is it? Identical, and then what's the other one?
fraternal twin elephants. One,
Jeez, they got to get a
one has a
DNA
beard.
test. God, the video wasn't good enough.
Well,
They got to get.
Well, then you'd have to brand them, or so you'd never know who was who.
One's got blue eyes. the
They're
other one's got
incestual,
green.
too.
so when dogs have like a litter of 4, are they quintuplets? Like, are
Technically,
they
yeah,
always-
like
always-
Evie's got a twin sister, quadruplet sister.
That's
out
very
there.
common for
Where?
dogs, not so much
Where's she
for
at?
elephants.
Do dogs ever
I
just
don't
have one baby?
That's a good question. I'm not really. I'm sure they do, but
What
I
if
don't.
humans had babies the same way dogs did, and like it was common just to
6
have
humans
5?
Then we'd have even more assholes on the planet than we do
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
It'd be a
I think
problem.
what would even be weirder if we came from eggs and my
man.
mom had to
punching your way out of
We
one.
kind of do.
like my mom had to sit on an egg for months,
Or like we were like
Protecting
kangaroos.
the nest,
like in a pouch.
But there's another name for that.
Marsupial.
Yeah,
Yeah.
marsupial.
Yeah,
like a platypus.
yeah, that's like a thing. Like
For
I
humans?
think they call like something like that a marsupial mom or something like where they carry the baby around in like a pouch.
You ever
Which
seen those
is weird.
videos of those kangaroos? Like someone, like a zookeeper or someone will pull it out, and that little kangaroo's just down
Yeah,
there.
a
looking.
Joey.
Hey,
Just
he's like our friend we had up at the Pine Room.
Yeah, what was his name?
Oh no, Odie.
Odie. Odie. Anything else on here? We talked about the monkey feast last week.
Speaking about that Animal Expo thing was this past
Aunt
weekend.
Kim went to it.
Yeah, what'd she say about it? She told me
I
she just
haven't
went.
talked to her
She
since.
took the
but-
boys, didn't she?
Yeah, and I ended
That's
up.
cool.
I was sick. I was sick on Saturday.
Well, you were going to go?
Yeah, I
Oh,
wanted
okay, I
to
didn't
go
know you
down. I wanted to go down, and I ended up being sick, so it kind of bummed me out. Didn't have COVID though, so that was good. I did a test. Here we go. This is kind of controversial in the news. Jewish man shot with BBs outside kosher deli.
Yeah.
You see this stuff going on with Kanye?
Yeah, you got a lot of
Yay.
weird things with Yay and this Jewish stuff.
Why is he telling everybody, all the Jews, to forgive Hitler?
Yeah, that's
Why is
pretty
he-
much a
but-
ludicrous
But
statement.
why is he saying this?
I don't know. I don't know if he's. I don't know if he's like. Is he religious? Like, is he like a? I'm assuming he's
I
a
don't know
Christian.
anything about it.
I'm assuming that this is a publicity thing.
Well, I think it is too, but I also, I mean, in Christianity faith, you're supposed to forgive everyone, like they say that. Now, that would be impossible for me to sit here and say that. Is it just lunacy?
Yeah, I don't think.
I don't see how you could ever. I don't know.
I don't
It's
think-
not even worth saying.
Yeah, he's not. It's really not worth it because he's just.
He's
if-
losing sponsorships and all kinds of stuff. because of this.
it's just.
Yeah, I don't know what his angle is. I understand. And this again, don't read too much into what I'm saying, but like I understand a little bit of his plight with how he's been wronged by some of that sect, and you know, but you can't indict people and you can't like deny almost. Well, actually, he doesn't really deny the Holocaust, but just some of the guys he's keeping company with. I always wondered how it worked out when a white supremacist and the black rapper were buddies. Like, that's an interesting dynamic to me. I found it. I actually like to have him on this show and talk to him, and just ask him like, what is it you guys are wanting to do here? Because you're making people upset. But I do think he has a brain level that isn't like most normal people in society, and I think he also gets he's penalized a little bit because of the clickbait and the headlines, and they take the very worst parts of what he says and make those the headlines. I think the guy's actually pretty intelligent. I think he's kind of lost.
See,
his
that's what
mind.
I think what he's doing is all bullshit. Like I don't think
I think he's just wired that way.
you think he really is saying he likes Hitler though?
I think he knows. I don't know enough about it. I've just from what I've seen on Twitter and stuff, but I think he knows exactly what he's doing, whatever he's doing. I don't think he's right.
It's like
from what I've heard.
Yeah.
You know who it reminds me of? Big Dick Booty Daddy.
They're putting on a show.
Yes.
You know what I mean, to get what they want. And Kanye, I think, is way too smart to be doing this.
I agree.
So it doesn't make sense to me. What
I
he's
think he's
doing
an
is not
intelligent
right.
guy.
What does he want that requires him to sit here and say
But
this?
think about
What would he accomplish by it?
Yeah,
I
that's why I think he's just off the rail.
Think about the
I think so
media
too,
storm
locals.
though that's around this though.
Like
Like
he's not doing anything but hurting
and
him.
I do agree that at the end of the day, even if he came out and said, "Oh, this has all been bullshit," he still
Off the rail.
said
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
ridiculous
Well, and he's got
shit.
guys like Kyrie following suit, losing their deals. I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to gain. I think that's what I would want to ask them. Is what is it?
What's the end goal?
Where are you? What are you wanting to tell us about and enlighten us? And if you had situations with whether you were targeted by a group of Jewish people that you're unhappy with, give us the example. But that doesn't mean that all of them are like you know what I mean. Like you don't ever want to target one race, sex, whatever, all encompassing for anything that goes wrong in your life.
There's always a rotten egg in the dozen.
Sure.
That doesn't mean you throw out the whole carton.
Right. That's well said.
There you
exactly.
go. All right. Well,
So good luck to Ye. If he wants to come on the Pirate podcast,
Ye.
we'll be happy to have you. I don't care if we alienate people or not.
Yeah,
We'll be glad to bring you on.
Chris, anything else? Anything else on here, Chris? You might like.
What about that? Did you guys talk about that? The $10 million in high-end knockoffs that got seized in Manhattan? You guys ever went up there and bought shit?
I didn't see that.
Yeah. No, they've cracked down on those. I mean, that's like a gigantic industry. Those people that sell all that
What
stuff.
are they? What are they?
Like knockoffs, like your fake
like
Calvin
shoes
Kleins,
and-
your fake, the Gucci bags. Like, where do you guys stand with that stuff? Do you think it's like?
I mean, I kind of like it because the real stuff shouldn't be that expensive anyway.
I agree.
So it gives a chance for people.
My thing
less
is,
fortunate.
see what you guys think about this. My opinion of that is, I don't think that they're taking away a large market share from the actual companies, because how many people can afford, like you said, maybe like 1 or 2% of those people that are rich posers that could buy that stuff that don't.
If anything, these knockoffs.
You're bringing
might
more be
attention
attention to them,
Yeah,
right?
they bring
right.
more attention.
and then your more wealthy people are saying, "Well, I'm buying the real thing." Like,
I wouldn't be.
I don't think it hurts them as much as they think.
I
it does.
wouldn't be surprised if these big companies are putting knockoffs
wouldn't
out there
surprise me either.
into markets like that,
Or like
kind
ones
of.
with slight defects, and they give them to people. Yeah.
I saw a pair of like Nike. What's the new Nike? There's like a new Nike shoe that came out last year or something like that. It was like Nike.
I have no idea.
I forget the shoe or the name of it, but it's like $680.
yeah, shoes are
I mean,
ridiculous.
number one,
Your brother will probably buy that for Christmas.
Number one, how much do you think it actually costs to make a $680 pair of shoes? Like realistically,
$10
even if
max.
even if it cost them $50 to make the shoe, why are they selling it for that much money?
because
That
they
to
know
me,
they can get away
Because
with
they
it.
can, I guess.
it's just
I mean,
not. It's just not right. It's just not right. Like these probably like kids make them in a shop across the world. It's sick, gross.
Well, Job, if you invented something, let's just say you invented a watch that everyone in the world wants. It takes you $5 to make the watch.
Okay.
And you started selling it for $20, and everyone bought it, and now the demand went up, and you're like, man, I could sell this for $40. You know what I mean? And then in your head, Job, you're like, wow, people are still buying it. Let me try to sell it for $80. And it keeps selling. At what point, you know what I'm saying?
I'll keep running it up.
Yeah, and I think you would too, Job. If people are going to buy it,
Well, I mean, we sell our shirts online for like I don't know. We got to make some, but I'm not jacking it up. I mean,
because there's not enough people buying them right now. If we had 10,000 people buying, our
I
shirts,
think I would want, but I
Not
think,
a million people buying
but
it.
I think I would want more people to buy than I would
Well,
want
so would I, but-
some
but
people
you-
to buy for a
but
higher price.
People don't think the same way you do. You know what I mean? People would rather, the money.
Money runs the fucking world.
Hey, heartbreaking news in
Ruins
the
it.
world of Abby's football. Brad thought he had a shot and winning the week. He was 12-1, and some guy went 13-0.
No way.
That's heartbreaking. So, Brad, an avid listener
Sorry,
to the
Brad.
show, we're sorry. This is breaking
How's
news.
that work, Matt? You just picked the
He's
winner.
picked straight up winners. A guy went 13-0. Oh,
Wow.
What's the odds of that?
He should have parlayed that.
yeah. 13-0 money line basically would be.
I was going to bring this up on the radio show real quick, and then we'll
Yeah.
go. We'll take a break here. But because I won, I ended up winning the picks.
Yeah.
As far as record goes. But why is it that now I guarantee you, if I would have actually put money on any of those,
Yeah.
I would not have done as well as
Chris
I did.
says that all the time.
Yeah.
You
But
actually
I
would
just
have bet it.
I did the whole thing for fun, and I actually
Yeah.
did really well.
Yeah.
But just like, and I paid, and I gave. The only thing I ever looked for was if they had a good name, if they had a good nickname.
Chris, and we got Jeff Petrie tonight in hockey to score the first goal.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
He plays for who?
No, not that Jeff Petrie
Yeah.
from the Vets.
Oh.
Or the Penguins. Yeah.
Okay.
He's
All
a
right.
defenseman. Yeah.
Well, let's go, Jeff Petrie.
Yes.
Good luck, Jeff.
All right.
Take a break. Well, I got myself a Dr. Pepper cream soda, and we're going to talk. We are going to talk about a little bit of This Week in History, December 5th to the December 11th. We're going to talk a little history, then we're going to get into our Pine Cities, maybe do a couple. I might not do all of them, but we're going to do a couple of them. Talk about some stuff, talk about some birthdays, some Shakespearean phrase of the week, and then get into some hot pit cold mugs. So if you're with us, thanks for getting this far in the podcast. I hope you're enjoying your night or your commute or whatever you're doing. It's been a pleasure to be able to do this for as many weeks as we've been doing it, and hopefully you continue to listen. We had a really cool thing happen on Instagram, Soup's favorite podcast.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
Pardon my take.
The Barstool guys. Pardon my take. There was a guy in Morgantown wearing a Grinch costume riding a motorcycle through, and I just tagged Pardon My Take guys and said this guy definitely went 10-0 on his bets.
And
went 10-0
a
on Sunday. I said
we had a cool support by some of our fans. Shout out to Austin if you're listening. He sent us a nice message, so thank you for liking that and enjoying all of our stuff so far. But without further ado, let's go into a little bit of This Week in History. Anything fantastic here we want to talk about?
Did you guys talk about Blackbeard last week?
Yes, we talked about how he lit his beard on fire.
Right. But did I have this on there last week, or was that a different one?
No, last week was
No, it wasn't
because
this.
he
I didn't think so. I was like, man, did I repeat my dates?
No,
I was
because
like,
he captured that ship and turned it into Queen,
Oh, yeah,
Queen
yeah.
Anne's Revenge.
Right, yeah.
And this week, Blackbeard ransacks the merchant ship Margaret and captures her captain Henry Bostock, December 5th, 1717. Chris, you would have been a good pirate.
I heard you guys talking about the pirates.
Yeah, with
Fascinating stuff.
me.
oh, dude,
Yeah.
that stuff's crazy.
Do you ever watch the show Black Sails?
No, but I've heard
Really
about
good.
it.
Really good if you like
Chubb, who do you
pirates.
think would be the worst pirate on the podcast?
Jarrett.
Besides Champ. Why Jarrett?
Jarrett. Well, no, I don't know.
What
Soup,
do you-
you
what-
would be rough.
Well,
because
what
you-
makes you a good one?
I think being able to be mean.
yeah, Soup, you couldn't do it because you'd steal something and you'd end up turning yourself in. We'd end
Yeah, I
up
couldn't.
all,
He'd been executed.
we'd all be
quickly.
hanged.
Yeah, you guys would.
I'll tell a real quick funny story
You
about Soup here.
You wouldn't need me.
So we went to Stadium Links, and we were hitting golf balls at Stadium Links, and we were we hit a couple stray balls that went out of right
Oh,
field.
I know what
Dude,
you're going to
this-
say.
Yeah, just a couple stray balls, just because you get out to right field and you're parallel with right
This
field.
is when you
the
guys were
Clemente
with
wall.
Alex Hines.
I was so
Yes.
scared.
And Soup and they're hit a couple stray balls and we're laughing and having fun and no big
then we
deal.
started to
and then
open it
I
up.
said to you, I said, Jesus, what if someone's down there and they get hit in
Like
the head?
walking out on that little trail behind
And
by the river.
You would have thought that I told him that his ball just killed a family of four.
Because I took 15 swings into the Allegheny.
Like, and he the whole time he was just kind of, I could tell something was wrong. I thought something happened like over the phone or something. And he goes down and we get all the gear down into the lobby or into the clubhouse. And he goes, I'll be right back. I got to go out the outfield. He's like, I got to go right back. And we're thinking like, maybe it's like his sister was saying, oh, this is real special to him. Like means a lot for him to be here.
I
at
thought
the
you went
field.
out to like pray or something.
Yeah, that's what we
Yeah.
thought. And we're like, oh, shit, maybe this is actually meaning way more than I thought it did. And like he's out there crying in center field. But so he goes out
guess. He
was
and
crying.
we're out there. Fireworks start going off. So we're thinking, oh, he's a mess. He's crying.
Yeah.
Snot's running down his face.
Bombs are blowing up.
So we come back down, and he meets us, and he's all smiles. And I said, "What the hell did you do?" And he goes, "Oh, nothing. I just had to go out." And I said, "You went out to check if you hit somebody in the top of the head."
dude.
And he said, "Yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't
So
do
was
it."
there anybody out there?
No, there was no one out there.
Hell
thinking-
no.
What if they fell in a river and they got stuck?
Listen, I was
And like a beaver dammed in a Missouri River. Or something.
What's horrible is we were having so much fun. We got to hit those golf balls. From anyone that's been at PNC Park, we are right underneath the press boxes.
Right.
And getting to hit golf balls into the Allegheny,
Yeah, it's
and
neat.
absolutely launching them. And
You're
when-
not supposed to do that.
No.
What was the rules going into this? Did somebody tell you not to
No.
do this?
They-
Don't
Yeah,
do
remember,
that?
Chris, they had free run of the whole
Literally
thing.
said-
like there was no other people there.
Shout out to our guy Alonzo.
Yeah, thank you,
He
Alonzo.
literally,
but nobody.
no, he just said do whatever you want.
Take some hacks.
I'm
Have
gonna hit
fun.
a driver out on Clemente
Because
Bridge.
the funniest thing was when you said you were going to hit one into the gap,
Yeah, and I hit it in the
and
stand.
then you just heard that big bang.
Right.
I
Cracked a
that
few of
was
those
so
seats.
that happened
funny.
probably 20 times.
Oh yeah, I
Hey,
hit the green wall.
so I think you should put a all points bulletin out to anybody who found a body floating in a river with a golf ball wound and
Yeah.
a guy with a pirate shirt, and they found him
Steelers jersey.
Because all of us were absolutely ripping them out over the
No,
Clemente.
I'd say all of us.
Oh, Jarrett hit one literally 7,000 feet.
He hit one into the batter's eye.
It went
yeah.
over, I think.
Over the
But
green wall.
Jubb said that, and I started to freak out immediately. I was like, "Oh my gosh, what if I hit?"
You're
somebody?
right.
So
he couldn't be a pirate.
Ever since
No,
then, he
I
can't
couldn't.
rob a bank.
No,
can't,
you can't.
He
You
can't
can't.
steal
so he
anything,
couldn't be
can't
with
a pirate.
who
Jesse,
robbed it?
well,
Jesse James.
Well,
Crow.
they just took a train.
Oh yeah, just took a
They
train.
just took
Took over a train. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know what they did
out
after.
in Muncie.
Yeah, but what do you mean they just took over a train?
It says the game. I mean, I don't think they mean that Jesse James and his buddies just got on a train to ride it.
No, but
They took control. They captured it.
yeah, but
It
you're
wasn't like a
saying
runaway
like,
train.
You're
No
saying
big
like that he
deal.
like stole a lady's purse.
Yeah,
They stole a train.
like he stole a pack of gum from the.
That's what he
gas
did.
Yeah, but you said he just stole a train. Like that was not that big of a deal.
I wonder what they did
Well,
with it
it's-
afterwards.
I mean,
They rode on it.
He stole a train, and train back then was like a big
was the
motive.
way to
Like
go.
a Lamborghini.
you don't know what happened on that.
Oh, he just got on to have a corn dog.
Wait, Matt, that December 10th, 1971, Lucasfilm Ltd. founded in San Francisco. I
Yeah.
think they make some of those scary movies I like Insidious and stuff. I think
Oh.
I've.
Well, they're. I mean,
Lucasfilm,
they-
that's
they're
Star
all
Wars.
Star Wars, but
George Lucas.
Yeah, I know, but
Do they- do they
didn't
do
know,
other things
I
like
didn't.
that?
I didn't know that, but I'm almost positive I see Lucasfilm pop up when I see.
Well,
some of those
they do
scary
make
movies.
some
that
other
little
stuff.
green logo. Oh, that makes my heart
Does
stop.
that have the star on
Yeah,
it?
like
yeah.
the-
I'm gonna double check it, Job, while you guys keep
Yeah,
talking.
go ahead and look at it. One of Jarrett's favorite cartoon groups, Charlie Brown Christmas, the first Peanuts animated special, premieres on CBS. That's December 9th, 1965. He used to say that the Thanksgiving dinner that Snoopy makes is like he thought it looked incredible. The bowl
Says
of
Jared
popcorn.
that doesn't eat anything.
Yeah,
that would be
popcorn
his.
and toast.
Yeah,
That was a
Pretzels
real,
too.
Yeah,
pretzels.
yeah, that's a real delicious meal.
Yum. Thanksgiving.
cool.
With Snoopy.
Big one here for you, I think, is a good one. December 7,
Uh-oh.
1941. That's a good one for you.
No, I thought you were going somewhere else with
Oh,
that
I
one.
thought he was going to go to December 9th.
Yeah,
What's
I
December
thought he was
9th?
going December 5th.
Oh, yeah. You're on here.
I was like, I don't know
Sorry.
if I even want to say this one, but December 5th, 1349, 500 Jews massacred during Black Death riots.
No.
Yeah.
Well, then
so they
your
actually
well,
blamed the Jews for spreading the Black Death at that time. If you
Really?
can believe that, yeah.
Well, then your boy's on here, too.
Hey, wow.
1941.
Hitler orders U.S. ships to be torpedoed. Torpedoes scare me.
Dude, those are nuts.
Yeah.
You imagine just floating?
Boom!
Those good
Something-
submarine movies
something
like
you
Crimson Tide.
You guys will like. You're right. Lucasfilm. It's like Indiana Jones and a couple other things, but they don't make. They don't
A
make,
couple other things.
Yeah.
just Star
Well,
Wars.
he was
The biggest
involved.
movies in
him
the
and
history
Spielberg
of the
were
world.
involved in Indiana
Tom
Jones.
Segura and Burt Kreischer for years have gotten each other birthday presents, and they'll get them like they one up each other every time. So it started out with like a bike, and then a jet ski, and then a boat, and then a house, and it just kept getting
What's
getting bigger
next?
and bigger.
A
So listen,
plane?
there is a clip I just saw for
It's incredible.
for Bert's birthday. Tom got him.
They,
Go ahead, Job. You can explain it.
For some reason, Tom Segura calls Burt Kreischer. They say he's a racist and he loves Hitler and all that kind of all a joke, They're just messing with him because he's a really good dude. But anyway, go ahead.
So Tom, they ran out of gifts to give. Like, you think of something unbelievable, they've already bought it for each other. So Tom brings out this little plate with something on top of it, and you can't see what's in
like
it.
a cloche.
Yeah. And Tom says, Bert, just take it off and I'll give you the background. So Bert takes the thing off, and it's this little, like, teacup. And Tom goes into this history about this teacup, and it's, like, fascinating, like 40, 50 years old, and he's explaining it, and he goes, Bert, there's a 99% chance that you're holding a mug that Hitler drank out of.
Yeah.
And Bert's holding it like this, and Bert's starting to slowly laugh, and Tom says, go ahead, take a sip. and Bert says, you want me to destroy this?
That we should get you that. We should get you that.
I'm just going to drop it.
Yeah. Speaking of torpedoes and stuff, I listened to this story. Another oddball fact that I know. I can't remember the war, I can't remember the situation, but there was a scenario where the range of a battleship's turrets were it was too shallow to hit other boats. So what they did was they flooded the back of the ship so that the bow came up off of the water, and it angled their guns far enough upward so that they could hit the target from far away, which is insane.
It's amazing the type of physics that go into that stuff. The Japanese actually, on this one, December 7th, 1941, when they attacked Pearl Harbor, I know Jarrett talked about that last week as they prepared, but 353 planes killed 2,403 people, approximately. I'm sure there was more or less, but they actually used wood. That harbor was so shallow where they attacked them, the Japanese armed their torpedoes with wooden sides so they would float upward as they went down in there because it was so shallow. So just things like that you never even think of. And you guys were talking about the USS Arizona. I've been out to that. It's really, really neat.
You in Hawaii?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was really fascinating. You go down under the water right in there where it went. So,
did you hear us talking about when they had those sailors in the top of the ship when they cut it open?
Yep.
Nuts. But we'll save that. If you haven't heard that, go listen to episode 35. That was last week in the studio, so go check that out. Really uplifting stuff. Speaking of Lucasfilm, well, I guess it's not Lucasfilm anymore. You and I saw this together, I believe. 2017 Star Wars The Last Jedi premieres in Los Angeles. We went to see that. Did you and I go and see that?
We went to IMAX.
Yeah, that was a fun experience.
Oh, yeah.
Great theater.
Yes, really great theater.
Really
best around
stuff.
that riverfront up in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I don't go up there enough. Riverfront. You ever been up the riverfront like Dave and Buster's?
AMC Riverfront, really good.
Good stuff. They wouldn't let us in Dave and Buster's because I wasn't 21
Dude,
yet.
we went after the water park up there one time, and they wouldn't let us in because we weren't 21 yet. We just wanted to eat.
Oh, you are now. So
Chris, you like a water park?
They're all right.
Tonight's a nice night for a water park.
If you were to go to a place, would you rather go to an amusement park or a water park?
Oh, water park. I hate those rides.
You don't like
No.
roller coasters?
No.
Really?
No. The last time I
Sites
was
might
on
be
one, I
better
went
at the
by
water park.
I went by myself, and I didn't go to the park. I was by myself. And I got on one of these roller coasters, and it just beat the shit out of me. And I'm like,
Yeah,
why
it
am I
does.
doing this? This is
body
stupid.
trauma.
There was no thrill. at
Last
all.
roller coaster I was on was with you. Well, not with you, but you were there, and we were in another
See,
city.
I went the easy route. I did
The Ferris wheel.
The Ferris, but that was great.
It was
I
good.
really.
There's still pine
Ferris
roofs.
wheel.
Well, you got concussed.
And
so-
Oh, man,
your
yeah.
brain was like rolling around in your head.
First, I don't know why it happened, but I think it was because I leaned my head up. But we got to the final, like the real big shoot, and my head was just going back and forth. I literally told
out
Jared I thought I
concussed.
knocked myself out, but I ended up being all right.
Chris, what's your historical event that intrigues you this week?
Well, it infuriates me. December 11th, 2008, Bernie Madoff arrested and charged with securities fraud and $50 billion Ponzi scheme.
Jeez.
And I just think anybody like that just does that to people and ruins their lives. And
He ruined.
it just how many guys like him. Thankfully, he's dead now. Fuck him. But guys like him, they should, and they don't do that in our country, unfortunately. They should have like a public stoning or whatever. They're like the worst
I think
to ruin people and know that they're doing it. And
I don't know enough about. Was he the financial advisor that was taking people's money?
Yes,
He got all these people to invest. I mean,
And-
literally, like unions of teachers, of civil servants,
What
their
they-
entire pensions.
Yes.
What was he trying to sell them? Like, I can make you a bunch of money.
Yeah, that he would triple their assets or their.
And did he never show any proof of it? Like, why
Oh
did
no,
people
they just
keep?
it was
Well, he
all
just kept
scheme from
lying
the
and-
start.
yeah, and then
I
just-
could be
right.
wrong here, but isn't there a movie called Bernie?
Yeah, no, it's
with
there's a
Jack
movie
Black.
about it. Is he? Yeah, I don't know if he's in it,
there's
but
also-
there is a Madoff. There's a couple been a series
I
and
think I could be wrong.
some other.
Did those people get their money back?
No.
Oh, that's horrible.
I mean,
So
I'm
fuck
saying
that
some of
guy.
them sued for. I mean, it just there's nothing they could recoup.
And
he had
I
nothing.
think, and you know what, Matt, I think both of his sons are dead now. I think one killed
Yeah,
himself,
yeah.
and another one died, and I think the only ones left is his wife. And I don't, but it just all. I hate hearing things like that. It just
happens a lot more than you expect
Yes.
too.
But
I mean, they know
actually-
there was a lot of big time people involved in that
Yes.
too. A guy that I don't think the previous owner of the Mets was involved
yes,
in it.
it was.
What was his
I
name?
know.
You know, yeah. But he had some really big clients along
Will
with
Pawn, maybe?
Yeah. So, but it hurt the everyday guy and it hurt some really big rich people. So, yeah, horrible. And that's no place for that. Jub, what are you looking up over there?
Well, I'm looking up, but there's a movie with Jack Black. I can't remember what it is, but it's similar to that, where he got these old people to invest in some company, and I can't remember what he was like. It's based on a true story. He's like a polka singer, I think, and this guy ended up getting all these people to invest in this thing, and obviously it was fake, and he ended up getting arrested in the end. But the one I was thinking of, Bernie, he ends up killing his wife or something, or his mom or something like that, and it ended up being a big thing in the news or whatever. But not what I was thinking about. Anyone? Who do we want to? Let's do. Did you do your Pine research?
Well, no, because I'm a substitute today.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't prepare my
So
stuff.
let's do you three. Did you do yours?
It doesn't exist again.
All right. So
Okay.
Matt
Me
and
and
Chris.
Chris.
Yeah, Matt and Chris. Let's do your two Pine cities of the today.
Well, I'll go first, and I think it's only because it's. I don't know. Is it the lesser of two boring?
Mine's. Yeah, someplace actually I'd like to go to it, but I don't think anyone else would.
Pine City, Arizona had like a cemetery there again.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
So
it wasn't
you're
that
0
bad.
for 3 on Pine Cities.
Yeah,
All right.
it looks like there used to be something.
We're not going to call Bergie.
No.
No.
All right. Where'd you have, Chris?
I had Pine Grove, Michigan, or Pine Grove Township, Michigan. See, you're already excited.
Yes.
A rural township in Van Buren County. Now we are
Martin.
talking the state of Michigan.
Mark.
Located
Number
in the
8.
southwestern part of the state. Most recent census, their population 2,950.
29. That's not bad.
2,900.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris.
Yeah. Out of those residents, 96% are
Okay.
white, 1% black, 0.5% Native American, 0.32% Asians, and 0.61 other races, whatever that is. It's a community that is considered to be politically conservative.
Okay.
We'll take that. And if anybody wants to know or about whereabouts in the state this is, it's in the southwestern corner. It's 23 miles east of Lake Michigan, 78 miles north of South Bend, Indiana,
Okay.
where the Fighting Irish play, Notre Dame.
Hoorah.
103 miles east of Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 118 miles west of Ann Arbor, Michigan, home to the Michigan Wolverines.
Grr.
A couple really interesting facts that everybody is really going to give a fuck about. The median household income is $60,500.
All right.
That's affluent.
Median house
than
value $156,400, and the
Okay.
median rent payment is $840. I couldn't find anything on employment, what drives the economy up there. I did see they
So
must
what's-
like to golf up there.
They sell wheat.
So this is a suburb of what city?
I think it's Kendall.
Okay, because
It's
that
called
sounds
Kendall.
like a suburb of a
Yeah, it
decent
is.
sized
They
place.
had a bunch of different surrounding communities, but
They had golf resorts, maybe.
yeah, and then I had it on the website, or I found it somewhere, and I X'd out of it. Then I couldn't find it because some of the golf courses had pretty cool pretty cool names. And the square mileage or square miles was 35 miles of this community. All but 0.5% of it is land. So not much water. And in this particular.
What you're telling people is to book your Airbnb and get to Pine Grove.
Well, and Cooley's going on a golf trip up there.
And you would have to fly into. I did see you have to fly into to get there. Your closest airport would be the Kalamazoo Battle Creek Airport.
Kalamazoo, that's a good size.
All right, everybody. So there you go. There's your summer vacation.
So what was that one called? Pine what?
Pine Grove Township.
Pine Grove Township.
But I guess the city or town was Kendall.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was Kendall. So
yeah, book your tickets now for the holiday season.
But there was really
don't sell mine short. This is where you want to be going right here.
I'm so sorry. I just realized that's Pine City, AR, Arkansas. I was looking at Pine City, Arizona. I will fix it. I'll be ready to go next time.
Okay.
That would be AZ, right?
Yeah, that'd be
Come on, do we need to have a state abbreviations test?
You know what, though? I understand that because when I first, remember last week, I didn't have mine done. And when I saw it, when I chose to do Pine Grove, I swear to God, I thought at first it was Mississippi.
So, I can
see that.
Yeah.
But I know better, but it just...
I will
we make mistakes when I play Vic.
Matt, what you got?
Yeah, shoot, Matt.
All right, here's mine. This is Coat Shot.
Is this a real thriller?
Yes, it's pronounced Sosna in Russian. Now, this actually used to be part of the former Soviet Union, but is now currently part of Kazakhstan.
Ah.
Yeah, so this is well, if we're going to call...
Which one you looking at?
Down there, it's spelled like coach, Cocha, but it's pronounced Sosna.
Sosna. Okay.
Yeah. So Sosna is in Kazakhstan. It's 11 hours ahead of us. So if we're going to call them right now, we can see what the breakfast menu was. I don't have anybody that speaks Russian currently on the set with me, so I can. We'd struggle with that. Population 215. Okay, wow. So this is 10 hours north of Astana, the capital of Kazakhstan. This is in Eastern Europe. This is almost into Asia. It's 28 hours south of Moscow. Okay, 36 hours east of Kiev.
Oh my.
Okay, and then this is the thing. Now there's like nothing here. This is like literally. There's a few. Like I said, 215 live here. They. I don't know what the fuck they do. They're basically like Eskimos.
I was going to say, it's got to be in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, but listen to this. This is what I laughed at this morning. The temperature today, minus 24 Celsius.
Jesus. Oh, my God.
What?
Minus 24 Celsius, which is about minus 11 Fahrenheit. In the weather description called for freezing fog today. And it feels like minus 30. So this is a place that I'd really want to go to right now. I can't recommend it to everybody, but it's probably really dark and really cold right there, and you'd be pretty lonely, but you get some good thinking done. So go visit Sosna in Kazakhstan. It's basically in Asia.
It's funny you bring that up because I watched a documentary or a thing on YouTube about the coldest village in I think it's in either the U.S. or the world.
Was it in the Siberian area or was it?
I can't remember, but it was like they're similar to like Eskimo people.
Right. When these people look at, like, if you see the people from the very eastern parts of Russia, they basically look like they're Chinese or Mongolian. Yeah. They look like they have that bloodline in their, just in their eyes and things like that.
Yeah, and I thought it was funny because it's following this kid who wakes up in the morning and he has to walk to school because there's no roads, there's nowhere they can drive because they can't keep cars when it's
I couldn't
negative
find
30.
any city or any buildings or anything in this town.
And the lady, the narrator goes, today so-and-so has school. Because it's only negative 10, he has to go to school today. Usually it'd be closed, but because it's only negative 10.
Negative 10, yeah.
That's miserable. Jesus.
Yeah, so he had to walk to school, and then he got. There actually were a lot of people. It actually looked like a decent school. There were kids.
I don't know if Sosna has a school, and for those of you who don't know, that did mean pine in Russian, so that's why we came up with that.
One of the things I saw them eating was they eat like a lot of blubber, like off of whales and seals,
so sea lions, kind of like fat.
What they do is,
boil it down.
Well, what they do is they don't cook it. They cut it off and they cut it like in squares so that there's like skin, cartilage, then fat, and then they like cross hatch it, and then they just dip it in like a little sauce and eat it.
It's really fascinating. I've seen that. Those
can't even
Inuit
imagine
people.
the
and
texture
they'll
on
eat
that.
like elk meat.
Well, that can't be too bad.
No, but I thought
Those people were healthier than we.
Oh, and the way that they have to get their water, because they don't have any, they can't have pipes because the pipes will just freeze and explode. Right. They have giant ice cubes in their house that they break chunks off and put it in a bowl and then melt it. Yeah,
it's like they're playing DayZ. But
the dude went in and had just a giant block of ice that he broke off a chunk and threw it in a pot for food.
I'd much rather have eaten the sea lion blubber than that sandwich I got at Wendy's. I can tell you that, with the skin on it and everything.
The mozzarella, what was it?
Mozzarella chicken sandwich, Italian mozzarella chicken sandwich.
I'd rather live in the Arctic.
Horrendous.
I'm gonna have some work to do, Joe, because when I was out there trying to do my pine search, I looked up Pine City, Arizona, couldn't find anything because that's where I was going. But I was right. The Pine City, Arkansas. I ended up there just on accident. That's where the cemetery is, the Pine City, Arkansas, and that's my research is. So I'll do a good
call
job
there next week.
All right, yeah, come in next week.
We got to do a burial.
Just a reminder. So this is going to be kind of an alternating group. So it's not going to be the usual 7 that we have in here. It's going to be 5 from now on. Just to reiterate. So another guy will be in here, and then another guy, and we'll switch around like a pitching rotation. We'll have some new dynamics each week.
Any birthdays? Anybody?
Yeah, I don't know any personally. Any birthdays?
I like Jose Carreras. He was the other guy in the 3 tenors. Everybody always remembers Pavarotti and Domingo. He kind of gets.
You don't have my girl on there. I share a birthday with Nicki Minaj in 2 days, and she's not on there. December 8th.
She must have missed the cut. But you made it. So no.
How old are you turning?
25.
Oh,
quarter of
the way there.
Quarter of 100.
Quarter of the way there. Chris, your boy from Rounders.
Yeah, Malkovich.
John Malkovich.
He's a strange guy.
KGB.
He's a hell of an actor.
Yeah, he
weird.
Nicky's 6 too, Chris.
Jesus.
Bobby Flay.
Yeah.
Hey, I watched a show last night. Hannah showed it to me. It's on Netflix. I think it's on Netflix. It's where chefs have to recreate popular snack foods.
What?
So they were recreating Flaming Hot Cheetos last night, which is nuts, which is incredible. And it showed how hard it was to make that stuff, which is insane. Haley Steinfeld, she played in Pitch Perfect, and in a great movie. If you haven't seen it, it's called maybe it's not so great because I can't remember the name.
I got you, Job.
It's with who's the dude that played the Hulk? Not Ruffalo, Mark Ruffalo. Begin Again. That's the movie's name. Go watch that. Jacob Dylan, is that Bob Dylan's son?
Yes. From the Wallflowers?
Wallflower, yeah.
Good band.
God, he's 53 already.
Hey, Job,
Bob Dylan's dead, isn't he?
No.
He's still alive?
But he's in his early 80s.
He's got to be ready to shut her down.
I don't know. Robert Zimmerman. Real name.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was. We're just talking about celebrities. But did you happen to go see Black Adam?
No, I haven't seen it.
They said that was a huge flop. It lost $50 to $100 million from the theater stuff.
Wow.
I've heard no word on it.
Yeah, and you know what movie I think is going to do that next? Is Avatar 2.
Me too. I just thought about that today.
So bad.
Why? Because the generations are different now?
Well, it's just like when the first one came out, it was like, wow.
It's world changing.
Yeah. For this one, it's just.
Think it'll be
what's
bad?
so special about it?
Will you guys go see it?
I haven't seen it.
Is it out now?
I don't think
yeah,
it- oh,
yeah,
is
it's
it
out.
out? Okay.
Yeah, I swear I thought about that today in Walmart because I saw Frosted Flakes that are called Pandora Flakes, and I was like, I haven't heard anything on this movie. I haven't heard anything on it.
I think theaters are meeting their end.
Yeah.
It's just
That sucks.
Yeah, which is a bummer.
Stinks.
It's horrible.
It's one of my
But
favorites. Well, I just saw there's a movie coming out. I forget. I love going to the movies. It's one of my favorite things.
I love
Fuck.
it.
There's a
Hate
movie
it.
coming out soon that's going to spend a week in the theaters, then immediately go to Netflix.
I think that's killed everything. I hate that.
I'm gonna be on the flip side. I cannot stand movie
I'm
theaters.
kind of with you, Dad, Job, because
I
I'm a
fall
guy that needs
asleep on
subtitles.
Don't you think the movies are better though in the
I
theater?
can't stand them. And I don't get me wrong. The experience of the actual movie is great. But when I'm in with Billy Bob, who's trying to eat his popcorn,
I get that part.
with
That,
no
that
teeth.
basically boils down to you hate people in society, and they're disgusting animal pigs everywhere.
Like no consideration,
Billy Bob.
crinkling the snow caps wrapper and chewing and throwing stuff around.
Don't you love though if you go to a theater and it's like you and like
Oh, that's
two
great.
people?
Yeah,
that's
that's
the greatest thing ever.
The last 2 movies I've seen when like part of the screen has been cut off.
That happened to
Yeah,
me.
and Say, I tell you what, Say loves it too. Say was ready to kill somebody because we went to see Black Panther and
Yeah.
the subtitles were like half the words were cut off.
Oh, dude!
So,
I'll tell you this though: when you're at those really nice theaters, like the one in Pittsburgh,
Yes,
I guarantee
really,
that,
yes.
you can't. That's such a cool experience, and you really can't hear what else is going on around you because the sound's coming
Sound
out of
is
the
so good in
chairs
those
and-
IMAX.
Hey,
Yeah.
in Florida, we went to that one with the reclining seats.
Yeah,
That's-
that's
those are
those
way
are the
better
best.
than
Yeah.
hard theaters.
Oh yeah, I got them in Ocean City. They're the
Yeah.
flip back seat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
they got seat
You're-
warmers.
you're
They're
busy.
awesome.
I mean, it's like
It's
you're
It's
on
like
a-
literally
it's
like
the
you're on your
best.
couch.
Yeah, they got a bar in the theater and everything.
Yeah, the bar. Yeah, they got
That's how
that
you
at the
keep
Riverfront.
theaters going.
Yes.
and-
Yeah.
wow.
You got to innovate.
There
You
are
can't-
some good ones out there.
You got to innovate.
Yeah.
You can't have shitty ass fabric
No,
chairs
and bad
with-
sound.
like
My back hurts.
Yeah.
my
You know
You know what I
eye
thought
doing movies.
Amazon was going to do with AMC? I really thought they were going to figure out a way for us to be in the movie, like with our like you go obviously to the AMC theaters, but then you're like
Like a virtual reality.
yeah, like you're
Yeah.
a virtual
I
reality.
wouldn't be
like,
surprised if that's
Amen.
You
coming.
know what I mean? That's how I thought they were going to keep AMC open when it was going really bad, but it just made it come back by
Yes.
itself.
Have you ever seen?
Good
I forget what it's
popcorn.
called. There was a Netflix show where you could pick what happens.
Yeah.
next.
Oh,
It's like Black Mirror or something.
Black Mirror,
I'm surprised we haven't had more shows like that.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
That was cool. That was cool. What was that called?
I thought it was Black Mirror.
It
but
was Black Mirror, but it
and
had
then-
a name to it.
but it-
Bandersnatch.
Yeah,
That's what it
yeah.
was.
And it was like multiple different endings depending on what you pick. Like
Yeah.
Butterfly Effect.
Cool. Ha! Hey, big callback, big roundabout callback. But no, fuck the theaters. No, I'm kidding. Shakespearean phrase of the week.
I think Soup should do this one since he
Soup.
eats so much.
Well, I read the first 3 words. I was wondering why you asked me to do it. Shakespeare phrase of the week: "Eat me out of house and home."
What was it again? Say it again.
Eat me out of house and home.
There's a comma.
One
in
more
there.
time.
Eat me out of house and home. To eat so much that it depletes one's resources and leaves little or none for anyone else. Henry the Fourth, Act 2, Scene 1.
I've never heard that before.
Neither have
I've
I.
never heard that before.
Really? Oh, yeah.
I think I've heard people say like "eat me out of the house."
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
eat too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
I-
you
Well,
added
As
on-
long as
added
eat
something
me
on
out in the
there.
house.
There it was.
Better be careful
There
who
it
you
was.
say that to.
Yeah.
I know, right.
But what was it? Henry the Fifth?
Henry the Fourth.
Fourth. Sorry.
IV,
Come on,
not
you-
VI.
The only reason I know my Roman numerals is from GTA, Grand Theft Auto.
That's
Yes.
why I know mine too.
I don't know.
No, I know mine because of the Super Bowls.
Oh, okay. All right.
Bing bong. I gotta go get my hair cut.
All right. Well, I mean,
Soup.
Who goes to New Martinsville?
you
for
got
a
a
haircut?
you got a hot pit cold mug for us.
No, cold mug. You guys. Love you
All
guys.
right.
Oh, thanks.
All right.
Well,
There you
Travel
go.
safe.
Bye,
Don't hit any
everybody.
deer.
Yeah,
I
be
won't.
safe.
I'll be coming back with a new haircut.
All right.
You'll
Can't
be
wait to
looking
see
good.
it.
Not this episode.
No.
Okay.
We'll be waiting.
We're gonna
4
pause.
house from now.
We're gonna pause.
Don't
real
wake the
quick.
baby up down there.
All right. Cool. Hot pit cold mug. Anything?
Nah, I got one this week.
Chris?
Not it's I guess would be a hot pit, but it's more about an R.I.P. in memoriam.
Okay.
We didn't mention in
Kirstie Alley?
well her, but 2 weeks ago I think or last week Irene Cara died. You know her from Flashdance. She
Yeah.
sang that song.
Right.
From one song. She was 63, and then Christine McVie died last
Yeah,
week
that's a shame.
at 79. She was in Fleetwood Mac. I think she got in that band in 1970. Wrote a lot of hit songs for the band, and she had a couple solo hits. Very sad. And Kirstie Alley as well. So he had three
big ones.
Yeah, and I mean, there's probably more, but I just thought that I was always a big Fleetwood Mac fan.
Yeah.
And so it's just weird when you like a certain band, and then I think pretty much everybody in that band is still alive, and then when someone dies, it's like
Now
well,
they're all,
part
now
of the,
they're all start to
That's it.
die.
yeah, because they're all. I mean, hell, I think Mick Fleetwood's 77, so it's rest in peace, ladies.
Yes.
It is weird,
Well
like
said.
when celebrities die. Sometimes you like. Obviously, I don't know any celebrities personally, but like when a celebrity that I have followed or know for a while dies, it kind of feels like somebody passes away.
Right.
Like an old comedian, his name is John Panette. He was really funny. One of the first comedians that I actually genuinely enjoyed, but a year after I found him, he passed away. He had a heart attack in his hotel room, and it actually bummed me out for a couple of days. It was
one that bummed me out was the Black Panther, Chadwick
Boseman.
See, that didn't, and I this sounds bad, but like that didn't hit me like.
Well, what made it horrible is nobody knew he was sick, and he posted some pictures of him, and people were like,
"Oh yeah, that was."
And he did that. The whole Black Panther movie, he was like sick during it.
Yeah,
he knew he was like on his way to die.
Yeah,
like,
nobody
how about
knew.
that?
And it's sad.
The way they did
For a
it,
guy that young to die, man.
they did him right in the movie.
Was he like
though.
43, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was really in like in really good condition. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't-
Yeah. You never know.
Never
You
know.
never know.
It comes to get you.
Yep.
But Matt, anything?
No. Are we shouting out any of our sponsors this week? I guess would be the only thing.
Yeah, which is a good point. It was going to be my cold mug. This episode is brought to you by Busch Light and Karen Bowers.
Yummy.
I was going to hit up with a little bit of something that towards my cold mug here, but
I don't really have anything as far as cold or hot. The roads are still terrible in Wheeling, and I'm about tired of them defending the mayor.
I thought about that.
Everybody just tells me it's not his fault.
I
Well,
thought
whose
about
fucking
this
fault is
week.
it?
This weekend, which I don't know how many people.
Chubba, I think our camera's flashing to tell us.
That's all right. We got a couple minutes left.
that came to the Super 6. I don't know how many people were fortunate enough to have to drive downtown Main Street or up Market Street, and they probably thought, "Wow, this is really nice roads,
Really
here for the
attractive.
Soup left
Yeah,
his jacket
yeah.
here.
All right.
Shocker.
But yeah, I mean, the roads are they're brutal.
Do you think Main Street though? The Main Street.
Like they don't have a patching kit or anything. I mean,
Maybe
tired
we
of
could-
them blaming Jim
Well,
Justice.
hey, didn't we say a while back you could bid on who like repairs the stuff? Like they were taking bids on who was going to do the
Yeah.
renovation.
We gotta bid.
What if we bid on it? We go out there and do our own renovation.
Champs the foreman?
How
we'll
the
get it
hell are
done.
we gonna? We don't have any equipment.
We'll get a bag of that
we'll get it.
that
How we gonna get
self mixed
bag of self-mixed black
self-mixed.
top?
Worse than what it is.
Guarantee it. Hey,
And we'll-
but Oak Street's smooth as can be. You drive over there on that, it's freaking perfect.
Hey,
Oh,
we
yeah,
have
yeah.
we have
It's absolutely perfect.
we have 720 some followers. What if we got every single one of them and we all brought them down here? Everybody gets one bag of self pour, and we
Let's make it
Are
happen.
we depleting our bank account to pay for this?
We just rebuild
Take
Wheeling together.
donations. We'll
Yeah.
pay.
Yeah.
We'll pay.
Everybody-
hey, bring
Those
your
guys down by Perkins can help us.
BYOT. Bring your own tar.
Yeah, and you're mopping your
Right,
bucket
right.
like
Or
Rizzo.
GoFundMe.
We'll get Rizzo's
Yeah,
roofers
right,
to
yeah.
come down.
Just slop it on.
Yeah.
But my cold mug, the other day I was sitting at home and I was on my computer and I was thirsty. I'd been drinking water because I was sick, and then I didn't want to pop. So guess what I cracked open?
A beer, a
ginger
Busch
ale.
Light.
A Busch Light. I sat at my table and I drank a Busch Light, ice cold, out of the fridge, camo can. And I'm trying to wean myself back onto, not back onto, because I never was on it in the first place. But I'm weaning myself onto beer because I gotta get there.
for the
eventually.
good of the
Acquired
group.
taste.
I gotta get there eventually, and I
It
gotta
is an
say,
acquired taste.
Aaron Karenbauer said it. The Busch Light is actually a really good one to start because I've had a lot of different beers, and it's mild. It's a real mild as far as how.
The beer taste.
Yes, yeah. I thought it was. I mean, and I drank the whole thing. I only had one of them, but there's our
And
little.
it made you feel better.
Yeah, little product placement for our.
Well, man,
for our
I saw
sponsor.
this was a hot pit for you and I anyway. I don't know where I saw this, but I think the Miller Genuine Draft car is coming back.
Oh, yeah?
I think I saw
Nice.
that just somewhere
NASCAR?
on
The black?
NASCAR. Yeah, the
Black
black.
paint
Yeah,
scheme?
Now, I'm
Good.
not saying anything about the beer because we drink Busch Light and it's better beer.
Yes.
But the car is sharp.
Nice.
So I don't
You
know.
like Cool's other than Busch Light. You like Miller.
Yeah, I'm a big.
What's
I love
Miller-
Busch and
Miller Lite?
Miller Lite. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
is there a Miller Heavy?
Yeah.
Miller High Life.
Oh,
You didn't-
Trust me,
haven't
you will
seen-
not like the taste
Wait,
of
haven't
that.
you ever seen the label on that?
Yeah,
the
Ace-
champagne of beers.
yeah. Ace likes the big
We used
40
to
of
drink
those.
that shit all the
Yeah.
time.
That's what I grew up on. I swear
It's-
in high school
it
we
literally
drank the,
tastes like
well, they weren't
skunk
40s.
piss.
That's what Budweiser
I
tastes
don't,
like.
it smells and tastes like skunk piss.
Yeah, it's bad.
I said. I
can't
said,
believe I drank that.
when we were down
I
at
know
Karen.
a lot of it.
When we were down at Karenbauer's, I said to Matt, I said, "Have you had Stroh's?" He said, "Yeah, I used to drink it back in the day. And I thought he was going to say, it's not bad. And I go, what's it taste like? And he goes, shit.
Stroh's has a weird, it almost tastes like antifreeze or something.
Yeah.
It's not, I mean, I can drink it. It's different, though. It's different.
A couple other words we can't share, but but anyway, thank you to Busch Light and Karen
thanks,
Bauer
Busch
for
Light.
sponsoring this
Thanks.
episode. If you're like me and don't like beer, go just try a Busch Light as long as you're 21.
Try a Busch
go
Light
try Busch Light.
seltzer.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff out there. Busch Light's a really good place to start. I'll be right there with you. But right now, I got a Dr Pepper cream soda. Load the little fridge up. Anyway,
How's that treating?
Like the pour
Good.
down on vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, smooth. Dr Pepper's one of those pops that you'd never buy, but if it's at a party, you drink it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd never buy
I've
Dr.
never
It's
heard
the
that
Who the hell has that at a
it's the
party?
first time I've ever bought a Dr. Pepper in
What
my
kind of
life.
parties are you going to?
Right.
man?
You never had a good
No,
Dr. Pepper?
I have.
At a
It's
party?
I love
Yeah.
it.
All those birthday parties
Ice
you
cold
go to.
Dr.
Yeah.
Pepper at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, when I went bowling, when I went to the bowling alley, I got out of the vending
300.
machine. Yeah. All right. Anyway, that's it for us in the studio.
Thank
Keep an
you.
eye out for things that are going on. We got some Christmas gear coming into the shop. That'll be, I think, next week, which is what's the Monday? What's
12th?
The 12th, yeah. 12th, we got Christmas gear coming in. So get your Christmas gifts for all your friends and family. We got pretty much nothing going on except for some side projects that won't come out until till next year.
What about the softball video?
But yeah, that'll be out probably at the end of this week. If not the end of this week, then the beginning of the following. Got a lot of editing to do on that video. We went around and took some at-bats from the West Liberty softball team. Had a really fun time. Thank you to Herb Minch for letting us do that to
Herb's
begin
the
with. Really fun time. Got to talk about some good stuff with some of the players and had a fun time overall. Thank you to Tino Kusick for coming and doing the pictures for us. Got a really couple of good pictures that you can.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you can get
We had
on
a good time.
our stuff. So anyway, that'll do it from us here in the studio. Eventually, you're going to be seeing us from the other studio. We got some stuff coming in for them. We just had to figure some stuff out as far as our last bit of machinery goes. But we got a lot of stuff coming up, and we're kind of in our first lull of the season, which is nice.
No, I was going to
so-
say it's not a
Take it.
bad thing.
which is
take
not
it.
a bad
This is-
thing at all. So, because I know eventually it's going to kick back up again, and that is probably around the corner.
When Soup starts booking us stuff.
He probably booked 3 things when he left this.
You know what's weird about that too is here we are in early December, and so obviously we're wrapping up this year, and then what? In 3 months, then spring training will start, and it wasn't
back.
that long ago when you guys went up to with Soup and who else went up there, and we're interviewing people.
Oh, him and Luke Cooper.
Oh, yeah.
I
up
mean,
in-
and that wasn't even that long
It feels
ago,
like it was
and
yesterday.
it's in 4 months we'll be doing that again. It just it goes
See if
way
Champ
too
starts
fast.
as catcher this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, that'll do it for us here in the studio. Thanks to WKKX, WTOV,
What?
WVOE,
Don Sloan.
Yeah.
Rob Metzger, your old boy.
Robbie. WVOI.
We better say hi to Jordan Kramer, too.
Yeah, she'll say.
WTRF.
What'd she say?
Oh, fuck you. Fuck your family. No, I love Jordan. She didn't mean it. She was just really drunk.
Yeah. But anyway, thanks for everybody for letting us do this. It feels good to be a part of the family down here. And we'll be seeing you here next time in the Pine Room.
Feliz Navidad.
Good night.